Who are you?
You just made the list!
Who are you?
You just made the list!
You are no longer worthy to wear this sacred symbol of authority.
Oh, please have mercy on me, brother. It wasn't my fault. I got some really bad advice from Rottingham. Bullshit! Bullshit!
Brother, you have surrounded your given name with a foul stench. From this day forth, all the toilets in this kingdom shall be known as John's. Take him away.
No, wait.
Put him in the Tower of London.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jez7780. What grinds my gears? Here with the gaming Grindhouse. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Hope you like that intro of my favorite movie, Robin Hood, Men in Tights. But anyway, waiting on Frogs. I was just texting him, seeing if he was ready to go. But if not, doors open and the grind's here, man. So we have some topics to talk about today. So I've been definitely doing some of the stuff, playing the Returnal and Robin Hood Outlaws. I keep calling it Robin Hood, the game. But, we'll definitely talk about that. And then we have some topics going on. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on Twitter, as usual. All stuff, gaming news, gaming takes, sales, no sales, rants, grinds. But you know how it's going to be. It's going to be another awesome episode of the Gaming Grindhouse. So just waiting on the frogs, but we will get started. And we will go right to the topics. But let me see who came in here. Buck Roger, what's up? Do my shout-outs, Malesco. How you doing? Sam CTM. I just want to make sure I get this close enough so I can read it. Because I have this chat, but it's a little further away from me. And it's, I should probably make this. You know what? Maybe I should. I don't know what. I don't want to mess this up. I'm live. So don't want to do that. Jamal King, how you doing? Mog, yo. Just wait. Hey, guys, conditioning you. Just wait. Just keep on waiting. And for some, that's fine. You'll find out. For me, I think that's too much. But I'll get into that deal. But who else is here? We got Immortal Black. How you doing? Ice Queen Gaming just had her first COVID shot. Good luck. Not feeling too well. Well, hang in there. Don't worry, you'll pull through that thing. At least you know where it's coming from. That's one thing I have to say about the shots. At least when you get it and the symptoms you're getting, you know where it's coming from, rather than wondering if you got it from somebody. So with that, we got some things to talk about here. And hold on, let me just do this one last thing with Frogs. Let me just see what he's up to. He's coming through here. If not, I'm grab him here. Jump on whenever. With that, everybody, might be a solo show, who knows, but you got your number one grinder here. But I want to just say thank you again first before I hit into the thing. Can't sleep, oh man, that's not good. Well, we got a full room. We got a whole Pug channel. What's up, Jedi Johnny? How you doing? Come on in. The Grindhouse is open.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I just want to thank everybody again. I'm just at 790 subscribers. Amazing, And if you're new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 800 live. I don't know. That's a tall order. But anyway, if you do it, that'll be amazing. That'll be awesome. But yeah, just around near that 800, it's crazy. The grinders. I got the pool. I'm building the pool in the back. They're working on it. I already did the gazebo area. The Grindhouse is just huge. It started out as a little outhouse. Grindhouse is just blown up now. So we got everything. But thank you again for your support. Hopefully you like some of the streams I'm doing as well. And there'll be more to come with that. So with that out of the way, let's go. Let's see what made it to the Grindsboard. Let's go to the Grindsboard. Let's see what we got here today. Ooh! Robin Hood joined our Grindsboard this week. So on the Grindsboard today for this week's show, episode I think 18, 19, I think 19, maybe it's 19, episode 19. Yo, what's up, Jemiah? How you doing? The outhouse. It used to be called. Oh man, I just have all these lines from goddamn Robert Hood Man Tights. Holy shit, it's fun shit. But so first thing we're gonna talk about is Hood, Outlaws Impressions. The game Hood and Outlaws. We've been playing that, so I streamed that. I have that on here. I'll show that. And then Returnal recap and issues. So far my status in Returnal and where we're going with that. Resident Evil 8 sales 80% in the PS5, the PlayStation brand in the UK for the first week of sales. The PS5 rebuild. The Coalition to use Unreal Engine 5. Halo Infinite concept art, and that will lead us into the topic of the 6-month review of just games and consoles of the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, which we'll probably take to the Grinds table because, we got some things to talk about. Things I've been thinking of, just kind of reflecting on as usual. And if it's just me, you'll just hear from me. Hopefully we'll see. We'll go from there. But everybody, I want to thank everybody again for coming on. And let's get into that first topic. Let's get into Hood. Because this is the thing. This game, I didn't even know was coming out. Right? I knew it was coming. I didn't know it was coming out on Friday. And it's early access. So if you pre-ordered it, you're able to access. Not early access in the sense of they're going to add, bees and stuff like that later. No, not that sense of early access. But actually early access in the sense that you get to play it 3 days early for it. Let me just go through some of the gameplay here. So basically, this game is $29.99, so it's $30. So I don't know if anybody in the grind has played this yet, but the game is $29.99, and it came out the same night as Resident Evil. So I'm saving on the Resident Evil. I got Resident Evil. I bought it. I'm waiting to jump into that. I'm doing Returnal, so I'm like between like these 3 games, but I didn't start Resident Evil yet. I'm probably going to do that either this evening or maybe tomorrow in the afternoon if I could get some time to start it up. But I'm definitely hyped for Resident Evil 8 because I loved Resident Evil 7. And I just love Resident Evil to begin with. But this game, I was like, let me give it a chance because I haven't played any multiplayer in a while. Like, multiplayer has been Call of Duty, it's been NHL, it's been just kind of the traditional multiplayer games. And this game had some cool concepts to it. As you can see, we shout out to Frog. Frog was here, that's why Frog got it. J-Dub was in the crew, and Frog's son Truzu was in our crew. Those were the merry men. Hey, what's up, Neil? How you doing? Those are all the merry men there. So the concept of this game is that there's 2 teams of 4 on a map, and what you have to do is you have to raid the map. So this is this area right here basically is the camp. And you level up your camp with your winnings, and that has different unlocks and perks for your characters, and then also cosmetics. So right now, there's no buying characters. It's not like it's not like the any of those kind of games where they have, like a Rainbow Six or something, where you basically have to unlock characters. You have your 4 classes. You have Hood, Robin Hood. You have John, or I call him Little John, but don't let his name fool you. In real life, he's very large. That's from Robin Hood Men in Tights. There is Took, who is like the magician melee guy, and then there's also Marianne, who is the stealth assassin, Assassin's Creed style. She has the blade on her wrist, and she has the invisibility. And all 4 of them have their special move, which is the circle thing in the middle, right? Oh, cool. Nice, Jamal. Yes. I recommend Resident Evil 8 from what I've seen. I haven't played it yet. I have it downloaded and ready to play. So they drop you in a map, right? So with your 4 classes, basically... Oh, wow. What is this? The hell is this? I didn't realize this happened on my stream. Oh, I was checking out the settings. So basically, yeah. So you have 4 players of 4 teams. So at first, I'm going to tell you. So I don't know if it comes through pretty good. I guess it's not going to come great on the stream, but it actually looks pretty damn good. Like it's sharp. It uses the PlayStation 5. That's why I played it on the PlayStation 5. It uses the Miriam from Gilligan's Island. It uses the adaptive triggers. So I actually have to say the bow and arrow, the melee. Like if your stamina is down, like the right trigger will lock up, and basically. It uses all the adaptive triggers with everything, and it feels pretty visceral and pretty awesome. So the concept is that you steal the vault key, you go into find the vault, and then you have to extract the treasure to certain these areas. But this is the cool concept about this. So there's 2 teams of 4, right? The cool thing about this is that both teams are doing the same thing, right? The key, though, here's the trick, right? The key is on the sheriff, who basically walks around the map. And when you have to sneak past him and get his key. And then the key holder has a random location on the map where the vault is. So only the key holder knows where it is. The other teammates on your team don't know. So you're just following the key holder, or he calls out where it is. The other team doesn't know where the key holder is or who has it, unless you don't sneak around the map like this and get identified by the AI who's running around, right? So the AI is, see, they have a whole sense meter and all that other stuff. And when they detect you, see, it says you alerted the village. When you alert them, basically, you show up on the map to the enemy team. And also, the enemy team alerted the wetlands. So you see house is 219, 220. That means that that's where that person is. The other thing is that if they spot you running out with the treasure, the AI, they'll lock down and shut all the gates. But one of the abilities of Little John here is that he can open up the gates. So you don't need to go around or use the ropes and stuff. So it's pretty awesome. Sheriff Phil Ness, yeah. But the other cool thing is that the sheriff walks around the map looking for his key and the treasure chest like Nemesis. So he goes around the map and he will like hunt you guys down as you're trying to escape. There he is, the sheriff right there. So he doesn't just stop. Like he hunts you down, and he is an instant kill. Once he finds you, he grabs you and chokeslams you, which is a trophy, by the way. So there's the cool concept. So not only do you just have to go against the enemy team and the AI, which I'll tell you, it's not supposed to be this run in and kill everybody thing. You should stealth around, like one hit assassinations, or you're doing these melees that take 4 and 5 chances, and they block and they parry. So you have all these extra things that it's really not running around just killing everybody, because you want to basically stealth around. Now, I'm holding this up because they shut the gate down, and I went in there. So, and now here, watch. Now he has the key, right? So he randomly is walking around the map. Now, the enemy team's on the other side of the bridge. They're trying to come in, too. Just kind of describe what's happening here. But because this is a pretty cool dynamic of what actually occurs. They're trying to sneak and take the key from the sheriff. It's on his ass, basically. You got to get him from behind. Oh, Frog is going to get it. Frog gets choked on. I try to save Frog, but he stomps him out, so he's dead. You can knock down the sheriff and knock him down, right? And then when he's down, he kind of rests, and then you could kind of do stuff with the sheriff. But, man, see, he just took out J-Dub. But as you're doing this, you got, like, it's like there's the enemy team with the fire. Like he just ramped up. I took down the sheriff. I made him this. This is the enemy team right here. He's a jacked up Little John. And dude, it is. I'd say for my like review, I'm probably about like playing about 7 hours, I guess, of this over the weekend. It is pretty damn fun. And I'm gonna say one thing too. I also played at randoms, and the fact is too is that everybody kind of works. Like you don't really need like if you had a team that works great, you could coordinate where you are. But if you do randoms too, like it works as well. Like you could have a fun time just with randoms and stuff like that, as long as you kind of do your role and just walk around. But see how I have the key here, and it only tells me, and I don't know, it says the keep. So see, it only tells me to keep the quarters 3rd floor. My team doesn't know where I'm going. So basically, I'm the one leading the way because I'm the key holder. Now, another cool time that occurred was that the other team went in and grabbed the chest. They already went in, and there's also a vault watcher. There's like a strong knight watching the vault as well, in addition to the sheriff running around. But the cool thing is that we waited outside and ambushed them instead of going in there and just kind of doing a melee crazy attack and stuff like that. And that actually worked pretty effectively. Like they just brought the thing out, and then this is where you bring your treasure chest and you have to wench out, and you have to use your so you have to get, and each one's a coin that each is 100 points that you get, and you use your stamina down here. And if your stamina runs out, then you could wench faster. But see, they're covering us and doing this. I gotta say, it is pretty damn cool. And for $30. Dude, I would definitely recommend it. It is a fun multiplayer game, and they're going to add more maps. It comes with 6 maps, and they're going to add some more maps, like a snow map they're going to add, and then they're going to add another character that's included. So it's not like, I don't know if you have to if you have to unlock them with coins, but they're going to add another character, and then they're going to have it. But they have 4 characters, pretty well balanced. I recommend the game. We had a great time playing it, and it was a fun stream. Like, if you go back and listen to the stream, man, we're yelling and screaming, and it definitely was a good time. And, I haven't seen too much coverage on it, but I just thought I would bring it up. This was pretty crazy right here. Just to show you the dynamic, what happens at the vault. So I came running. I've been running up around with Little John. This is crazy. This is the key thing. So then, let me see if I get to show, like, we get to the vault, right? And there's respawns, too. That was the big thing, because I didn't even know going into this game if there were friggin' respawns, right? Like, I was like, oh, crap, is this a one-and-done deal? Like, you miss it out, you die. No, you keep respawning and stuff like that. The other thing, too, is if you see the map, there's capture points. So here's the vault. There's also capture points, almost like domination style. So when you die, you want to choose one of those things. So if you don't capture the points, it could affect you that if the team goes to... see, I'm hiding right here. He has the key. This is the enemy now. He's going to unlock the vault, and I'm like, oh, here we go, Little John rocking. And it's visceral, too. He popped his head off and stuff like that. So now I took the key, and the vault opens. And now I'm going in there and get the chest. Now we got to extract it. Got to take it to an area. And then I get assassinated, and they take the chest. So this crazy stuff goes on, dude. It is pretty crazy. Yes, I agree, Neil. Like, you have to, and you can see here's the here's the map. So like, if you don't capture these spots, if the whole team gets this, then if they go to one of these areas, you're kind of screwed. The woodland would have been good for us. I think they went to the encampment, and then like we were fighting to get A, because if you had these 2 areas, but some of them go to the town, so that they probably spawn over here. So if they spawn, they go to the town or catch C. But like for us, if we don't get C, we're going across the whole map to get to the town. So this strategy involved also in capturing the respawn points. And some maps are a little bit bigger than others, but they're big, very detailed maps with different gates, different passages, different levels to there. Like there's like 4 levels to the church. So each of these areas have a lot of room. Like it's pretty dense. And everybody has like a grenade, or they have like a smoke bomb, and I want to show one that was in the daytime though, because someone's kind of dark here. But yeah, and the game looks really damn good, and it's the PS5, so it uses the triggers and things like that. And there's 6 maps, and they're gonna add a 7th one to it. But yeah, definitely recommend it. Fun game. See, he spots me, and now I'm marked on the map. See, you're not supposed to fight. Like, yeah. it takes so much time to kind of fight the regular AI, and here's a spot that I capture here. But what's funny is that some of the the AI is aggressive as hell. And that's a bomb bag there, so you get bombs. So you can see I have the bomb thing, and then my special here is I just rage, basically. But what's cool, what's funny too, is that the AI, you'll be hiding in the bushes, and like you'll see an enemy player run by, and he'll have like 4 or 5 guards and with crossbows chasing after him, and the AI is aggressive. Like, it's like Assassin's Creed style, or like, look at this. I open up the gate and there's a sheriff. See, he just walks around like Nemesis. Now, this was pretty crazy because here, we were trying to, the enemy team was extracting at the docks. The sheriff was there. He has 2 bodyguards with him. And they're those like elite, see, they parry and block, and it's crazy. And then the sheriff is there. It's insane. Then it turns into a shit show. Like, it's pretty crazy. The sheriff has game pass. But yeah, I recommend it. For $30, for $60 is not enough content, I would say. But for $30, it's also gonna have battle passes. I think you could buy like the $50 edition that has like 3 battle passes in it. But because they're gonna do like cosmetic battle passes with it. But hey, it's fun, and for the price of it, it's a fun multiplayer game. It's dynamic and it works. No lag. I didn't have any lag. I got into games, and it's cross-play as well. I'm not sure if it's crossplay yet with PlayStation and Xbox. I know definitely with PC and PlayStation, it's crossplay. So the lobbies fill up pretty damn quick, and yeah, maybe there's some here, I assassinate this guy, beat him up in the bushes. But yeah, you have to strategically approach it, because one player is not gonna be able to save the day. You need to you need to kind of, that sucked because I hit the friggin' the metal piece there. But yeah, I recommend it. I think it's good for this price, and it looks good and it's fun. See, there's a sheriff. There's nothing to do. He has 2 bodyguards and the sheriff. I'm done. Yeah, and he chokes, and yeah, I'm done. He stomps me out. You have to lure the sheriff away. Sheriff of Rottingham. Filling his face. But yep, so I recommend it. I think it's a really cool game. And yeah, definitely worth the price of admission there, and it's fun and dynamic, and it works. And the progress, which is always the thing I want to talk about. The progress is that when you win, when you get gold, first you get experience. First you get experience just by playing, but then your winnings, you could either give them to the camp or give them to yourself. If you give them to the camp, it levels up it actually unlocks the other type of weapon skins and different clothes and stuff. And then what you do, hey, what's up, Salty? How you doing? And then what you do is you use the money from your winnings to buy those things from that. So like it's a balance. If you give all the money to the camp, then you're not going to have enough money in your bin to buy the loot. And then you also get perks as well at the camp. Where's that perk pot? Yeah. This will show you. So yeah, this is the unlock, and this is my money that I put to myself, but then also to bring it to the camp. And then you also get perks as well for it, and different perks he has, and you unlock them with different levels. So John's a level 4, I'm a level 16. So and as that unlocks, you get perks, and then you could do your characters, and you could do 4 players versus the state, or you could do the PvPvE. So, cool stuff there. But definitely, you'll recommend Robin Hood, Men in Tights, or Hood, Thieves and Villains, or Outlaws and Villains for that thing. So, for the next... Hold on, my thing. For the next topic, we've got the Returnal recap and issues. So, so for Returnal, since I spoke to you guys last, I was able to beat the second biome, beat the second boss. I beat it on my second try, and now I'm in the third one, which basically is the make or break room. That's with the robots, and they're throwing tons of stuff at me. I got like to the second section of the third level, but not to the boss yet. But definitely that one is going to put some hair on your chest. That that level, biome 3. And that one, I have to say, like, the second boss wasn't too bad. I got up there pretty quick and beat him and pretty much the second shot. I used the pistol that was right there on the outside. But the key is using the not the fabricators, but the Wolverine type thing where you could basically respawn for the level, and that helped me out a lot. Jumping back to the room to kind of buy my stuff, and then jumping right back to right before the teleporter, right before the boss, and get my stuff prepared to fight him. But then when you if you die, if you didn't have an astronaut, that gives you an extra life. Basically, if you use the Wolverine type thing, and you have to use ether for that. I think it's like 5 or 6 ether. That's why I've been stacking up on my ether for that. And to do that, then I went back to him with full energy and rocked him. So I thought that was, but I'm telling you, I'm really loving the game. It's unfortunate for some of the stuff that's happened. They've been putting out a lot of updates, and one of the problems with the updates is that if the game relies on rest mode, then the update basically it closes your game out, and you lose if you're in the middle of a run or anything like that. And, it's unfortunate with the way it's been going on, and also, the corrupted saves. I know Salty shot of that chat. He had a corrupted save. I know Persona just lost his progress. That's some messed up shit. And, Sony needs to, they definitely need to, make sure that these things are being fixed, because, for a full product, and for that to happen, and I think it's more evident now because of the inherent game design, is that, I don't know why it's buffering. Let me fix this thing. But the thing is like the fact that the game design is dependent on a run, and that you could kind of save your progress in the sense that, I would be pissed if I basically use my ether that I've been collecting over the time, because that's really the only thing that carries over. And, I don't know why that thing's not working. But that's the thing that always carries over. And if you lost your ether after multiple playthroughs and multiple runs, and then you lose that, it's messed up. So, they really need to fix that. And I do think having some sort of fail-safe, I was thinking, I know that I don't think, adding checkpoints and save points, because they're in the game. It's just the thing is that they're not, it's part of the game. And I don't think, just hitting pause and hitting save should, that's not the intent of the game design. And I know that I've been hearing some other podcasts and stuff like that where they're like, oh, make it easy mode, make it an option. Once you make it an option, once you put it there, then, it really, the thing is that that's, if they wanted it in there, they would have added it into there. If they cared about accessibility and they wanted this to change the game to do that, then they would have done that. All right. So, the thing is that this game, if that's the kind of stuff that you're looking for, accessibility options, easy modes, and things like that, then this is not the game for you, And that's the thing. Every game doesn't have to be for everybody. And I'm not no challenge, Horde, friggin' Demon Souls expert and stuff like that. And I'm enjoying it. And I'm impatient as can be, and you could tell by my my urgencies from Microsoft Studios to make a goddamn game, and I'm impatient. So, and if I lost progress and stuff like that, and went back, I would say no time for that. That's it. Move on. And the thing is that the way this game runs, with the randomization, and the way it plays, the combat, it is addicting. This is just one of those games that you just turn on and play, and hours go by, and you're just I'm still messing around the first biome, and you still want to mess around in the first biome after you run through it so many times. And the thing is that it's just inherent with the gameplay and the randomness. The randomness is something that I don't think the procedural generated stuff in this game, I think, is something that is not really being recognized, because I think people just see the terraforming, they just see the biome, and they just go back into the forest. The procedural generation in this game makes you want to explore every single time you're going through it. It's not running through the same maze over and over again. It is a brand new maze, and it's not frustrating because the map is on point. So, that is not to excuse any of the technical issues and things like that are going on with this game, but the fact that this gameplay loop is incredible and addicting. That I, even after playing, all that time of Hood, I went back into Returnal, just ran through again, and I was like, hey, let me know. Because you don't know if that run is going to be your run. What's up, the Coon 1885? How you doing? And that's the thing. You don't know if the run that you're doing is going to be that one. You don't know if you're going to get the drop. You don't know if you're going to get an empty room that doesn't have a shit ton of enemies in it. You don't know. So, like, that second run, I had no intent. I wasn't sitting there going, oh, I'm going to grind up here and get ready. I'm going to fight that. I'm going to go after that boss. No, I was just playing, and all of a sudden, I was like, a couple of rooms I ran through. I was like, you know what? I don't want to fight all these guys. Let me run through here. Oh, I made it to the fabricate. I made it to that health room. Okay, cool. Now let me move on from here. Oh, I just had 2 turrets. I just had some laser beams. I didn't have to fight 2 demon bosses at the same time. And you just don't know. And before I knew it, I was at the boss. And I'm like, whoa. Oh, I bought that fabricator. Let me do it. Like, so I want to respawn here. Let me see if I go far ahead. And I got to the boss. And I died. And I was like, oh, and you forget. I was like, oh, crap. Oh, back to the beginning. And all of a sudden I show up in the middle of the level again. And I'm like, oh, crap. Now you got to play the boss the whole time again. But I can tell you another tip. If you get frustrated with the bosses, and you just want to know, if you don't want spoilers, then don't do this. But if you don't mind spoilers, it works. Like, because I watched Frog fight the second boss. Like, one night he just he's like, yeah, I'm fighting the second boss. I'm like, oh, let me see. We did screen share, and I watched him fight the boss, and I knew the patterns. So when I got to the boss, I kind of knew what his pattern, what his second phase pattern was, and what his third phase pattern was. So I wasn't exploring that for the first time. So if you want, if you get frustrated and you're like, this level's so hard, like, I might look at the pattern for the third boss, so when I get there, I kind of have an idea on how to fight him. Now your skill comes into effect, but your memorization, it's like, when he goes to the second phase, they'll introduce as you guys know, watching this stream here, the first boss did the double laser, and he killed me about 4 times with that double laser, because I always hit myself, and he would do the scan across and then hit me again with the double laser. And once I overcame the double laser in his third phase, I beat him. But it took me time to just get my mind saying, okay, the double laser is coming, or his double melee is coming. So if you watch it, I do think that will help you for some pattern recognition. But again, if you fight him and you get to the second level, third level, once you do it once, you kind of know what to expect, and you can prepare yourself. You just got to make sure you have a good gun and a lot of energy for it. Mox with the people say, I'm all right. I won't be. I'm not cheating. I don't like spoilers. I'm just giving a tip for the people that are saying there should be an easy mode. I'm just trying to help people out. That's all I'm trying to do. Come on.
Relax. You've been erased.
Just trying to help a gamer out. That's all I'm doing.
No shit.
But I don't. Shout out to Mooch and and the Crossfire podcast on Friday. But I was listening to it, and they're like, accessibility, easy modes, and it wasn't Mooch saying. I think it was the hell Hip Hop Gamer. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and totally, I understand the need to appeal to a wider audience or have more people play their game and have fun, because some people don't want this. And I mentioned this too on Salty's podcast. Shout out Salty. I was saying, people come into games, and some people want to sit down after a day of work. They want to turn on their game, and they just want to be, God mode. Just wrecking shit, friggin' knocking walls down, not just killing everybody, and just doing the crackdown, just jumping buildings and just bombing on people. And they don't want any time for any bullshit. And that's what a lot of people want to do. They want God mode. They want to be the strongest person in the room and just dominate. Same thing goes for competitive gaming, Nobody wants to finish a day of work, go to Call of Duty, and get headshotted for 4 hours and go, this sucks. That's not fun to some people. Some people take that as motivation to to be better. There's different types of gamers, and different genres appeal to different people. So, the thing is I understand this whole thing of mass marketing, but the problem I have is that if you start making everything for mass appeal, you're going to lose a lot of the charm and what you're going to get from the core gamers who usually carry the industry, spend the most, and buy the most. And you're going to lose what makes a game that thing because you're compromising all this stuff. And agreed, if there's some games that they feel that they could compromise and keep their vision, then fine. But if a game wasn't built with any type of compromises in mind, then I don't think they should be implemented. That's the thing. Like, then this game is not for you. I never played a Demon Souls game until I took a chance. That was as a consumer, that was my chance that I took. And I enjoyed it. Am I going to go play every Demon Souls game ever made? Am I going to go play all the Neos? No. I'm not a convert in that sense. But the thing is that I see the game for what it is, and I appreciate its existence. I'm going to give you another example. Last Guardian. This game doesn't need to be made. And I'm going to tell you this because, as you know, I primarily game on Xbox, right? I primarily gamed on Xbox. I went all Call of Duties, the Gears, the Halos, and stuff like that. And it wasn't until 2016 where I started playing some of these PlayStation games. With Last Guardian, I would sit on Xbox and go, I'm not playing this shit. I'm not playing that. But you want to know what? Once I had a PlayStation, I tried it. I bought it, and I loved it. I thought it was it was a great break, and I felt like the story needed to be told. And as I said, a lot of these Sony games get you with the character, the emotion, the music, and the atmosphere. They just know what to do. And it happens with a lot of their games. I really never played a David Cage game before. I started Until Dawn. That's not a David Cage game, but I played that. It made me, I played Beyond Two Souls. I beat Beyond Two Souls. Then I beat Detroit Become Human. I was hyped up for and then I did, and I can't wait for Until Dawn. And then I went, because I did Until Dawn, I went after and I got the Man of Medan. And then I'm going to get the other one. And I love horror too. But like, and I have the other one, which I might be streaming that one as well. The second one, not the Man of Medan. I streamed that one already. But like, they're just games that, you know, and I didn't need no Game Pass to describe this. I made this decision on my own. You know, I didn't need no Game Pass to describe. I didn't need to be thrown 100 trash games for me to kind of figure out what I wanted to play. I looked at the game. I was like, let me try this. And I tried it out. And also, too, like I said before, you know, if you do spend money, if you spend at least $10, $20, I do think that you're more willing to take a shot and push forward with the game than if you just downloaded it and clicked on a button. Because there's some sort of investment there when you have to spend money to buy something. Not to say that, renting is not good or not ownership is so bad, but the fact is that when you spend and you buy a game for $10 and stuff like that, I do think that there's a little more oomph in you wanting to complete that or just to play it more, give it a shot. Whereas I do think that your tolerability level is much lower if you just click on a game to stream it or to download it. You don't own it. It might leave the service in a month. And you're just like, I don't like the way the UI looks. I'm done. And then you just like delete it. But if you spend $15 on that game, you might more likely go, yeah, the UI sucks, but you know what? I want to keep going ahead with this thing because like I don't want to feel like I wasted this, and you might get over that and it might work. Yes, exactly. The Dark Pictures, that's what it is. The Dark Pictures anthology. I love them. I think they're great. They're short, but they're fun. And again, I'm not saying go drop $50, $60 on it, but, you know, wait for it to be on a price that's tolerable for you. Wait for it to go on sale. You don't have to go buy everything day one full price. But if you're unsure of the game, do more research. Wait for more reviews. Watch some Twitch streaming. You know, read up on it. Research it. And then go, you know what? Right now, $60 is too much. Right now, $50, $70 too much. Wait. You maybe get it 20% off. Maybe in another 2 months or so, you forget about the game. Then all of a sudden you see like, oh, I knew about that game. You know what? I didn't want to play it then because I was playing this. And then, hey, it's $30 now. You know what? Let me get it. There's so many choices. It doesn't have to be one choice. You don't have to get it in a subscription for it to have its effect. We've been doing this for years with discounts and sales and renting and all this other stuff. You're a consumer. You make the consumer choice. If you just want to go in blind and not research a game, don't research it. You know, Hood, I didn't do too much research on Hood. I watched some of the game dev things that they had there, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I took a shot, and I wound up playing it all weekend. You know? Game of the year? No. But you know what? Entertainment? Yes. Fun times? Yes. Streaming? Yes. So, I'm not telling anybody here that something that you don't know. But, hey, you're a consumer. So, consume wisely. And that's it. But, yeah, loving Returnal. Loving that game. It's good stuff. Speaking of consuming, people have done consuming of Resident Evil 8, which I bought and haven't played yet. Know what? I'm going to tell you something that's funny. I haven't seen anybody say any of this stuff on Twitter or anything yet. But, you know that reverse thing? That multiplayer to Resident Evil? Yeah, it's not ready. Like, it's you click on it and it says, yeah, it's not ready to play right now. So, maybe I missed the memo, but, hit that like button, everybody, as you're coming in here. Maybe I missed the memo, but the friggin' reverse don't work. So, I can't even try the multiplayer for Resident Evil either. So, I don't know what the hell's going on there. But, I don't know when that's supposed to announce, but I definitely want to play the Resident Evil 8. But, the thing that went down is that, so for the UK, Resident Evil 8 sold, I think it was number 1. Let me see, I have it here. Is this it? Yeah, here's the UK breakdown here. So on the UK, you can see this. So Resident Evil sold on the PlayStation about 80% on the play. It was 50% on the PS5. Yo, what's up, Gadget? How you doing? Ghostface, yo. But yes, like it was 80% on the PS5, and 50% on PS5, and 30% on the PS4, and then 20% on the Xbox, and I think some on the PC. But like, someone broke this down where the UK sales. Now, I do think that a lot of this has to do with install base. Like, I just think that the PlayStation is just destroying Xbox in the UK, which shows the poor sales there. Like, I don't think it's like if they both had like, 4 million each over there, or 3 million, 2 million each, and the thing is this way. But I gotta say, like, when you got markets doing this stuff, now probably over in the US market, I bet you it's a little bit more. Probably like 60-40 or something along those lines. I'm sure there's like a small differential. Oh, did I put 7 instead of 8? All right, I'll fix it. Sorry about that. I couldn't. Thanks, Socrates. Yes, Resident Evil 8 sales, not 7. Village. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? So, like, for the list, the multi-plat releases, like, it's been in the UK sales chart, it's been 83-17 for Outriders, 75-25 for Hitman 3. Nier Replicant was 89-11. So, like, and sales for PS4 and Sony is 79% digital and 21% physical. So, the digital's, yeah. So, it's pretty interesting. Not going to go running around with, like, the sales, but thank you. Let me see. Oh, you're right. I forgot it. I forgot an I in there. Thank you, though. But, the thing is, and I've stated this before in my, yes, it was the UK is the second. Oh, is it? The UK is the second biggest market? Holy crap. I didn't realize. You're right. It is. Because it's the US, then the UK, and then Europe is that. So you're right. It is that's it, JCat. You're right. What's up, to Floyd? You're right. Because the UK was big with the 360. I remember they got a lot of the racing personnel there for that one. So, hey, that makes this even worse then. I was trying to give him a bone here, throw him a bone. But, like, I just don't. I tell you, the thing is that, and we've seen this last week with the announcement of the sales of the PlayStation. PlayStation's dominance here. It's the thing is that I am not gonna sit here and just be like, ha 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 ha. It's more of a concern, and it's more something that I've been trying to get across, and just a lot of people want to listen. A lot of people feel the same way. It's just that the things that Microsoft has been doing are not moving the needle. The things that they have dropped the ball on in 2016, 2017, they've been doing just the stuff that they're doing has not really moved the needle. And I'm talking about the Mindshare needle. The needle that they dropped in 2013 when they mismarketed that Xbox One. And the Mindshare they lost, that they were not the hardcore place to play games anymore. And people moved on. And then the 900p and the resolution for the $100 more and all the changes that were going on in 2013, Microsoft just did bad messaging. They had games, though. And that's why I stuck around, and I played all through them. Like, it was about the games. But when it came to PR and messaging, it was horrible. It was horrible. And it wasn't until Phil started finessing his way, that they even try to gain any kind of respect. But what sucks is that during the course of that time, they had games. They had Sunset. They had Titanfall 1. They had games. And that's all that mattered to me. Like, it would suck on social media. I'll go on there and be like, Xbox is getting trashed all over the place. A few podcasts give a light to Xbox, but the media, everybody was trashing on it. But they lost Mindshare there. PR Mindshare. But they had the games. The thing is now is that they never gained that back. They just had the people just holding on, going like, I'm staying here throughout the tornado. I'm going to live. Like, everybody's like, get out, evacuate. Oh, no, the tornado's going to pass my house. It won't hit me.
I hope this is not true.
Just so when everybody evacuates, I can sit here in my house and go, ha, told you. And that's the thing. The Mindshare. The install base. And what does that lead to? When you have a dev looking at this stuff, or even an indie dev per se. And again, this is a microcosm of the whole world. Like, it's definitely a little more even in the United States. But if you look at, you're trying to make a global game, and you see this type of a dichotomy in a region with a third-party game, where are you going to put your game first? Where are you going to give some type of exclusivity? Where are you going to say, you know what? PlayStation is my primary console. Looking at this stuff, that's the kind of things that you're going to say. That's why Mindshare matters. That's why when the chart that I showed you last week with Fortnite and who's bringing in the most money. Yeah, see, that's why Capcom or any great company doesn't want their game. And they're not going to run the Game Pass for this stuff. Because unless Microsoft wants to pay for the other 90%. All right, well, you know what? Your game only sold 10% on your console. Well, you want it in Game Pass. I want the other 50% to match up with your competitors selling. Who knows if that stuff doesn't go on? People say like, oh, that doesn't happen. How do you know it does and how do you know it doesn't? I can make that assumption because I see the results. You see games just going on PlayStation first. You see games running better on a PlayStation over an Xbox. Why? You want to know why? It's because they're developing for the PlayStation first. Because that's the important console. That's the important one because it has the mindshare. Not only does it have the consumer mindshare, but it has the development mindshare. What was it, 2021? Who to develop for? Hold on. Poll. So they did a poll for GDC, right? Let me see. Devs develop for... Is it the state of the industry? Here it is. When was this? Yeah, did it have the chart? Here's the report. Here. Mindshare. Sales. This is the thing. And this is gonna be the motif. But this is where when people say sales, like, I'm not on the Twitter laughing and joking. It's disheartening because it's like I see people saying Xbox turned over a new leaf, and it's like, dude, did they? Xbox is 3% away from VR headsets, which Phil Spencer said nobody wanted. Look, these are developers. What do you want to develop right now? And choose all that apply. So it wasn't just a one shot. They got to choose multiple ones. Multiple entries. This is your results. This is GDC 2021. The now. 58% want PC. 44% want PlayStation. Xbox is sitting at 30% with VR headsets and iOS and Android. That's not a decent number, but the relevancy of where you're going, like, you look where they are. And know what else is interesting is, like, look, the PlayStation 4, like, the Switch went from, like, look at the install base of the PlayStation 4, and it dropped to 12% because everybody wants to make it on a PlayStation 5. That's telling. Like, this number down here, for both of them, actually, but this number down here would have been higher if devs didn't think that there was any value in the next-gen console. But the fact that this number dropped to 12% and this shot up to 44% shows that the devs are ready to move on with the new hardware. You want to know another sad point? Look what's all the way down here with Linux and Stadia. Project X Cloud. And then you look at this. These same devs, what platform did you release your project on? PC, iOS, Android, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. So these are like repeat customers, right? It is the iOS development. But, like, the thing is if you look at the thing is the Mindshare is the interest. The game developers, and this is an official document from GDC. Like, this is not no fanboy thing. This is GDC's document. This is the state of the industry survey. This is not no friggin' Cobra fan-made art, which, the guy makes advertisements for Microsoft. Sometimes I watch these things on Twitter. I'm like, who made this? The thing with all the first-party games. Is this a new Microsoft promotion? No, it's made by the fans. You want to know what? That's the fans. You do what you do. I don't look at it as I look at it as a joke on Microsoft because their fan base is doing more advertisement and better work than they do for their own goddamn brand. That's the most frustrating thing. It's not the fact that fans are making fan art, fans are making little video clips and stuff and putting them on Twitter with all the exclusives and marketing and all that other stuff. The fact is, even the other guy who makes all those custom consoles and controllers on his website, the Xbox guy. The thing is that the fact that Microsoft doesn't do it themselves, and when it comes to their marketing, they fall flat on their face, that's the sad part of it. Not the fact that these people are making this stuff, but the fact that Microsoft is not doing it and promoting their own brand and promoting the games and promoting the stuff like the fans are promoting it. The fans they're scrapping at straws right now, trying to make something out of something. And fans will do that. And fans can lie. you know, that the fans can lie and make things seem better than what they are. But the thing is that Microsoft's not doing anything about it. Mindshare. This is GDC. This is not I wasn't in Excel making this shit. This is a survey from GDC. And you can see the Switch stuff even thing, because I think the power of the Switch, like, you know, that's up there. But like, look at the top things. And when you're a developer, you got 58% of the industry, 44%, 38%. As Xbox, like, yeah, the new one's 33%. And then look at Xbox One down here, 13%, or the One X, which is a discontinued console. Yeah, Xbox Pope, that's who it is, DeFloyd. His stuff is incredible. They've done anything with it. Instead, they're going to make a goddamn refrigerator. Some bullshit right there. But we're going to go on to the next topic. But Mindshare, and looking at those numbers, where do you think a developer is going to go? That's what I see when I see that. When I see those numbers, that's what I think. I go, look at this. Look at this. Who do you think could walk in and say, give me an exclusive? Who do you think could walk in and be like, hey, you know what? We sold 80% on our platform. You know what? Resident Evil 9. You put it on my goddamn console. Yeah, 3 months, 10 months, 6 months. You know? And when I see that, that's not Phil turning it around. That's Phil losing it. Before we come back to them, let's have a palate cleanse. A palate cleanse. Number 4. The PS5 rebuild. Bad news. I'm afraid I got some bad news. Bad news on the front. Guys, hit that like button as you come in. Hit that like button here. Share out the video. We're going to come to the meat and potatoes. That was just a warm-up round. There's a solo show tonight. I think Frog, I don't know what happened. I'll figure out what's going on. It's a solo show tonight. I'm a one-man show. I got Arnold. I still have Arnold here.
If you're lying to me, I'll be back.
I got Arnold. I got the executives here. They're here.
Enough from me.
So, it's
We're
a full
have
house.
The games do our talking.
But the most important thing is I got the grinders. That's all I need is the grinders. There we are. Hit that like button, grinders. Hit a like button for you guys. That's all I need. All I need is the grinders, because they keep me. They converse with me in the chat. That's why I look at that. This is a one-man show. The one-man table. So, we're going in here. PS5 rebuild. And usually these are the best ones, because I could go just on my skits and my rants. PS5 rebuild, right? So, apparently you got some bad news. Bad news Barrett, man. Yes, that's right, Pug. I love bad news Barrett. I'm afraid I got some bad news. So, the microprocessors, or the chips that they're using are not being made fast enough for the demand of this console. So they're going to start redesigning it. Not redesigning it where they're taking off the flaps and all this other stuff, but building in a different nanometer chip. Oh, Ghost New Orleans wants to come on in the Grindhouse. Ghost, yeah. I'll send it to you. Hold on. I'll get you here. But yeah, so basically they're doing a new chip here. They're basically with the hold on. Let me get this shit. I'm not real. There you go. But like, so they're going to redesign this to try to increase production, because right now production it's going to stay said, and this is the bad news, is that it's going to stay pretty much this way until next year. So I don't know if they're just trying to, damage control the rest of this year. But yeah, it is definitely going to be going to be that. And so what they need to do is they need to make sure that the demand's going to be high. And I don't even know what it is. But the demand's going to be high. And the thing is that the production is going to be low. And apparently that thing is also for the Xbox also. But Sony is saying they're going to say that they're going to stop making the chips. The rumor is that they're going to stop making chip. They're going to stop making the new design of the chips. Like I think they're going from a 5 to a 6 nanometer. Smaller chip, small silicon, more materials, less heat, more materials. Yeah, Sergeant, like that kind of stuff. I don't see. The thing is that I don't think they might drastically change the console per se. I think it's going to be more of an internal change. I think because this is my thing. You marketed this console for the shape and look that it is. You can't come out in a year or so and have this thing or redesigned. Because then it looks like you had they did that with the PlayStation 3 where they took out all the shit, the memory cards and stuff like that. I think it's more of an internal redesign where they'll have. Remember with the PlayStation 4 Pro, if you looked at the UPC code, you could say what version of the Pro it was. And actually, as I got newer Pros, like I had the black one, which like sounded like a jet engine, but then I had then I got the Spider-Man one, which was quieter. The design never changed, but like I noticed that as I got different version consoles, like different like special consoles, like they would function a little bit differently in like their sound of the jet engine. My Star Wars console was definitely quieter than the OG PS4 Pro Black one. But the thing is like I don't think that this is any omission of these things are this is not no Red Ring of Death type thing. I think this is more for production. Like if they really want to get this thing out there, they're gonna have to reconsider the internals because the availability of them, and this is happening across the whole industry, even with graphics cards, they're jacked up in price. These chips that they used in 2020 the demand is so high, but also that the rate that these things can be made is so slow for the demand, and they're going to have to pivot. And I think both of them are going to have to do something like that. And they're probably going to definitely use a more efficient chip and things like that. That's right, Mog. Definitely along those lines. But the thing is that it's not like, oh, we're going to, because I don't think. Now, they could be surprised. Here's the PlayStation Slim. Maybe they start building it next year with an anticipation come out in 2 or 3 years. Is it the PlayStation 5 Pro? I don't think so. I think this is more just the more efficient chip and just kind of starting to use the new chip, and especially with the demands and what's going on. But hey, they almost sold 8 million consoles with the demand that's going on. This is insane. I can tell you one thing. I could have bought a Series S today, a booster. He was just sitting over there in Best Buy and GameStop. Booster, but nobody wants Booster. I can't see spending $300 on Booster right there. But Booster was available, But, I still think there's a lot to this design. They still have to activate the M.2 drive. That's another thing that, they got to put in there. But, so those are the kind of things that they need to do. But the thing is hey, man, this shit's going to... The demand sucks. And, the fact is, too, is that they're not selling these things in stores. They still will not, have people lined up outside to buy these things at a store. The PlayStation has to be a digital purchase online, an online purchase. Yeah, right? That's right, Ryan. The simple days when toilet paper was a hard purchase. Now it's the PS5s. Yeah, last year at this time, you couldn't buy toilet paper to wipe your ass. Now I can wipe my ass plenty, but now I can't play games. Sucks. So, the thing is that they're starting to redesign. People oh, I told you it's getting hot. That's just people just being stupid asses. It's the demand. They're changing it for the demand of this thing is selling like crazy. There's no failures. There's not no Red Ring of Death, which I think a lot of people on the Xbox side are hoping. They need that W. They need something. And before I get into the thing, it's that's why when I sit here and I'm going to go complain about games again and the lack of and what the hell's going on. But that's why somebody could sit here and go, the games are coming, I'm okay. Because it's not about the games. It's about defeating PlayStation. That's the reason why. That's why I look cross-eyed when I'm like, huh? I'm like, cross-eyed. I'm like, what do you mean it's okay to wait 4 years for a game? 3 years for a game? There's nothing, like, what's going on with them? You don't scratch your head about that? Nah. The games are coming. Don't worry. I'm having a good time here. Well, what? Well, Boost. What? And we're going to go down memory lane. Because guess why? They just want to be there when Microsoft drops a game that's great and say, I told you so. That's what it's more about. It's more about Xbox getting the W over a PlayStation, which, trust me, that those days, no matter what Xbox does, they need to do a whole bunch of shit in order to even break a drop of blood from what PlayStation done. Because Microsoft has dug themselves in such a goddamn hole. 1 game, 2 games. They need a year or 2 of consistent, high-quality games, just like what Sony did, to even warrant the respect that it lost from a lot of people. Because there's a lot of people that would die-hard Xboxes that just said, fuck it. This shit's a sinking ship. I'm going on the lifeboat. Take me somewhere. I don't have time to sit here and wait for Phil to sort out his ass. So, but it's more about that than the games, because the first thing coming out of every Xbox's mouth should be, "Oh, are you kidding me?" And speaking about that, so Coalition comes out, and this is and going off without tones, right? Yeah, I know they don't buy games. That's we could say that too. Well, now Game Pass is just gonna basically coach people not to spend money on stuff. But this is the thing. So we're gonna come here. So where's my thing here? And where is the? Oh. So Coalition comes out today in a very strange tweet. Very strange. I thought it was kind of like, I don't know why, but I don't know if Grind is, if you thought this was strange, but like, I don't know why this was a tweet from them today, like making this announcement that they are moving to Unreal Engine 5, and then doing a whole article on it. Like almost like an admission of something. I just thought it was kind of strange. I don't know if anybody else thought it was a little strange. I know it's kind of small. So did anybody years away? Yeah, it goes to New Orleans. That's it. Exactly. Coach, you got send me a message on Twitter. I'll send you a thing. But like, yeah, that's exactly what I read, right? So next gen development update Unreal Engine 5. Like, I just thought it was kind of strange. Like, why would they say this? Because you kind of assume this, that they're working on something new. But I guess Hivebusters took over a year or two. I guess I don't know, but they're saying that they're still gonna release. They're gonna do what they're gonna add content with Hivebusters, the first mainline expansion, and they're gonna do also the Operation 7 and 8. But what does this mean for our current title? So yeah, they say Gears 5 has content on the way. Will continue to release new operations through Operation 7 and 8. Each operation will have 2 drops, including new characters, new maps, and special events through the end of the year. We'll have store updates with exciting new content as well as feature playlists. So it sounds like Gears 5 support is going to be done at the end of this year. They're going to do 7 and 8, and then they're done. And basically, this sounds like they're signing off. That's what this sounds like. It sounds like, guys, it's been fun. Gears 5 was great at Hive Busters last year. We're going to do Operation 7 and 8 in this year, and then we're signing off. Shifting to the new engine is a big undertaking, so we want to be clear that we will not be announcing any new projects or titles for some time. Thank you to the amazing team. So, like, it just feels like a sign-off. That's where I read this, and I was like, it sounds like they're just going, guys, it's been fun. We're going into hibernation to make shit. We out. Like, we'll still release new operations throughout the year, 7 and 8. 2 drops. Through the end of the year, we'll have some store updates with some new content. And we'll see you. And then they go this. Shifting to a new engine is a big undertaking, so we want to be clear that we will not be announcing any new projects or titles for some time. They shut down Gears Pop, that's done. Gears Tactics released already at the end of last year. And they're all working on multiple projects going forward. Now, I think Unreal 5, that's all, folks. I think Unreal 5 does come out this year, I think. That's the other thing, so it is coming out. So I guess that's what they're like, the send-off. Like, they're just going to work on Unreal 5. But, you know, yeah. So, that was news. Sign off. Like, here's Gears 5 content for the rest of the year. And we will not be announcing anything new for some time. Interesting words. Like, it's just saying, instead of saying, like, time for brunch, that's right. We will not be announcing any new projects or titles for some time. What do you think that was? Is that till next E3? Is that 2 E3s from now? Is that XO 2022? Okay. Maybe you could do, like, Hive Busters 2 or something. I know only 4% of the people played Hive Busters, but you know, it would be nice. So was Hive Busters not a success? That you could say, hey, you know what? Even though we're shifting to a new engine, it's a big undertaking, you know, we plan on releasing a second part to the campaign or something like that, you know? Exactly. That's a ghost. Like, the thing is, like, a lot of these games will be moving from Unreal to 4 or 5. Like, you know, are we going to get an announcement now from Ninja Theory going, like, Hellblade 2 is going to be on Unreal 5 now? Like, it's going to be some time? Like, is this the next excuse? Like, well, our games are being built with Unreal 4, but, you know, we're going to do Unreal 5, and, you know, we're going to put it back into the burner again, and that takes some time. I'm really interested in what the next Gears is going to be without Rod Ferguson there. That's what I'm going to be interested in. You know? But I agree. Let them make new projects. Let them make new stuff. But maybe they'll make their game that they canceled while they were the game, that spy game. Maybe they'll make that. But then you got Joanna Dark, and you got another spy game, and Joanna Dark spy game, and then you got Obsidian making Oblivion-like looking game. Then you got Oblivion. Then you got Fable. I don't know. Maybe that game doesn't fit with Perfect Dark. But, you know, it's something. It's something. Make them make something else, I guess. You know, they got to finish the trilogy, though, like Kate's story. You know, they made such a big deal about Kate's story, and now, you know, you made that choice in Gears 5. What's going to happen in Gears 6? So, we're not going to find out for some time, which, you know, it is what it is. Well, speaking about it is what it is. Yes, a soundboard. Where's my soundboard? I need to hit something.
You have me right. Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals!
So, yeah. Halo. Our good friend Halo Infinite. You want to talk about something, if there's 2 things that trigger me. You say the word Halo Infinite or you say Phil Spencer. Those 2 things just get me on I just see red. I see red. So, this is the thing. Okay? Halo Infinite decided to share some new visuals, I'm going to call them. Hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. We're going to fucking... I need a drink. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to take a deep breath. The one thing... There we go. Okay. All right. Take a deep breath here before I scroll down this page. Oh, wrong thing. Where's my thing? So, they decided to share some visuals, right? This is my thing. We saw the game in July, right? We saw this game already. We saw it being played. Since then, since they delayed this game, they have... The toys have been out. Their marketing with Monster Energy drinks was out. You could order skins with some Chips Ahoy or some shit like that. Their marketing was all out during the holidays because the game, it was on the box for the Xbox. What's up, Cyber Dragon? How you doing? So then they decided to do these monthly updates, issue 113, like they run a goddamn comic magazine. And they've been providing all these updates, like these walls of texts, spoilers, overall walls of text of all the sandbox, the interview that I told you about the guy where he's doing day one guns. He's talking about day one guns and all this other horse shit. Go back and listen to that stuff. The Halo rants about when they were showing some concept art stuff. They're showing concept art. They showed what there was 2 weeks ago or last week that it does ultra wide PC support, and they put some sort of screenshot in there with a floating brute. And like, we're sitting here, and it's just, we saw the game already. All right, or what you showed. You showed it. That wasn't a leak. That wasn't no, like, over-the-shoulder kind of guerrilla footage or anything like that. That was your showcase. All right? Do I need to remind you? This was your highlight. This is what you started with. Dudes, you showed us this. There was lighting, right? You showed us this, okay? We've seen this. All right?
Pikachu! How do I know this is not some kind of a scam?
You showed us this already. So how do we go from... You showed the map. How do we go from this... Then it gets delayed a month or two later. 2 months later. And now, you're spending this whole entire year showing us concept art. Talking about the music. Talking about day one guns. You showed this already. How do we go from this, right? How do we go from this? Let me get to the infamous, like, oh my God, this looks like a fan. I look at this thing, I cringe. I go, what the the first thing was like, guys, show gameplay that doesn't look like shit. That should have been objective number one. But I don't understand how you showed this. We were supposed to be playing this game in November. Here he comes. Oh, underarm. Oh, there he is. Froze it. Guys, I did it again live. Hit the goddamn like button. I got him. I got Craig. That's the quick video game hands right there. I got him. Live. There's not no clip. I did this with my skills. I did this with my left hand. I locked it. Craig. All right? I didn't take this off the internet. I'm not stealing anybody else's content. I didn't get this from Twitter. I did this live. Right here on my space bar. Hit that like button, goddammit. I did it live. I froze Craig. So I got him here. Here's his coming up. Here he is. You show this. We were supposed to play this game in November. There he is. There he is in all his glory.
Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. This is not worth it. You're my #1 customer.
So, I did this live. Here he is. Okay? You show this. This game was supposed to be played, multiplayer, in November. How do we go from this to articles and knowing that you had Craig here, right? Knowing this, that this was a problem, this was a meme. You're apparently so connected, so transparent. Why are you showing this? Why are you showing this? Why are you not showing the model of the game? Why are you introducing the enemies like this, knowing you will laughed out of the goddamn fucking gaming industry because of this? What is wrong with you? This is my problem. This is my problem. Why? Knowing that and then what do you think? The memes are coming? Like, this is what people don't understand. As an Xbox fan or a Halo fan, you gotta roll your eyes. You gotta be, what the fuck is wrong with that? Why are you showing concept art when we saw the game already? There he is. There he goes. There he goes. Like, where is your fucking marketing team? Why are you showing concept art that looks like concept art when you already showed the game? Show the in-game models. Show us how you improve the brutes. Show us animations. Like, use that. What are you hiding? Oh, E3's next month. Motherfucker. This game was supposed to be out in November. Now let's wait to E3? They're going to show gameplay next month? Let me ask you something. If this fucking game came out in fucking November, what the fuck would they show at E3? They're using last year's games to hype up this year's E3. Are you fucking dumb? But knowing that you will laugh out of the fucking game. Here it is live. Hit that fucking like button. Holy shit, there it is again! Pikachu! Hit that fucking like button. Holy shit, I did it twice. Skills, motherfucker. Skills. This son of a bitch won't leave my screen. Knowing this. Why are you showing this? Here are 2 new enemies that you'll be fighting, the Brute Brothers. Do you know what the internet is going to do to you? Are you that fucking dumb? Phil and friends? Are you that dumb? Why would you do this to yourselves? Are you digging a grave? Would you like me to fucking throw some more dirt on it? Because you guys are digging yourself in a hole you're never going to get out of. This should have been a 3D in-game render of this motherfucker. Considering that he's actually one of the Brute Brothers. This guy, he has spotting fingers on him. He got this. Dude, it looks cool. But we're beyond concept art right now because you already blew the baby with this shit. You're done, man. You blew the shit off the can. You showed gameplay at the biggest event for your new console. Dude, it's over. You need to play this again or show what you did. This dude needs to be a 3D render in-game engine. Like, this is here are the Brute Brothers. He's like, you will fight the Brute Brothers. It's like, look, to hold you, look, the motherfucker, look at this. I swear, I would just go there and go, what is wrong with you people at 343? What is wrong? To help hold you over a bit until you learn more in the coming months, there's a couple of Brute Brothers you're likely to run across. Do you think that we're like... Do you think that we're just like fingers in our mouths and fingers in our asses? Like, what are you doing here? This is how you're going to show these brutes. I'm convinced this is what these son of a bitch look like. But then, you want to know what... Do you want to know what you have done? Guess what? You've created yet another meme. You guys are so dumb. Your marketing team is stupid. You're supposed to be getting the sour taste out of everybody's mouth, not doubling down on it. So what does the internet start doing now? Everybody? The fuck do you think?
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
That's always been a hit on the company on that. Whenever I hear some criticism.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through times.
Not to throw mud on you, but I have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
It is fair to say, and
We got plenty of Turbo Man's faithful saber-tooth tiger booster. One of the things
I can't
I really love about being here is the families that are here.
What are we doing here? It's already, I mean, this is just one, like, this is what they do. Like, are you trying? Are you goddamn trying? Like, you think you're, like I said, with Aaron Greenberg with his, like, 200p screen and the refrigerator Xbox. Like, oh, here's an Xbox. It looks like a refrigerator. We're going to make refrigerators. Oh, we're so cool. I said cool dads. We're cool. Like, the kids are laughing at us. Yeah, they're laughing at you, you fucking ass. We're cool dads. Look what you've done already. Like, this is how you introduce the new characters. Like, Jesus Christ. This is what they do. You knew you had a problem. I interviewed Tony, drawing all the hairs on Craig's face. They drew the hairs. They just took a Craig and drew hairs on his chin. Like, what the hell? Look what you have done. Yo, what's up, D Almighty? How you doing? Like, seriously. What the fuck? Knowing you showed that shit, knowing that Craig is a problem, Craig is a meme, let's introduce two new brutes, concept art. I would have said 3 foot. This is where I show you. They got asses running the company. They're operating the company with their hands out their asses. They don't know what the hell they're doing over 343. They're like, I'm gonna tell you know what 343 is like? It's like an ant. You lift up a rock and the ants scrattle all over the place. That's what they are. They're like they're all over the goddamn place. Do you know how much pressure you're putting on yourself by doing what you're doing? Showing horse shit clip art, concept art. Dude. Concept art. This is what you're doing. Let's show some concept art after you have the worst showcase of all with goddamn Craig right here. And then let's talk about Smooth Operator over here. Where is he? Here he is. This dude. Vaseline face. What do you, like, you know, like, they just got a problem with the brutes. This new engine is not brute friendly. It's not. Is he the uncle? I don't know who this guy is. Here's the whole fucking family right here. We got the whole fucking family. Dude. What are they gonna make? Dolls to put in your bed with this shit? They look like they're so friendly looking. But there you go. Good job, marketing. You know, here we go. Oh, and if you remember, we showed you the last concept art. Here, look. Like, even here. Like, even this looks better. The fucking Elite. Like, the Elite looks like an anime, at least. Why is the Elite look so, like, clean? It's made by the same guy, David Heinloff. Look how clean the Elite looks. And then look at the Brute. Why does the Brute look bad? The same dude did it. Oh, no, actually, this is Zuar. This is... Well, fire these two. I'm sorry to say. Get rid of these two. Zach Lee. Yeah, no, Zach Lee, that's not what a Brute looks like. Like, get David over there and let him draw a goddamn Elite. Because look at the Elite concept art. First off, we shouldn't be looking at concept art. God damn it. You know, no, these got to be 3D render models. You showed the game already. This is my problem with this whole thing. You showed this game already. Like, it's, here it is. Like it or whatever it is, this is what it is. Okay? Why are we back in, why are we in May? This game was supposed to come out in November. This was shown in July. Why are we in May and you're showing us concept art? Are you trying to promote a comic book or something? And then it's like, oh, well, yeah, you know what? Go back here, and then and then, you know, oh, and here, back in issue 101. Oh, here it is. Here's some picture. Like, what are you doing here? What is this? Why? This should have been 2 years ago. You're fired. Don't want to fire anybody, but damn, you know, I think if you're going to show concept art, like, this looks a lot better than the goddamn Craig family. There they are. It's comical, man. They do it to themselves. Like, this shit writes itself. Like, this is not... Dude, like, this is just... Why would you show a Brute knowing you have a meme out there? Why would you do this? Like, are you that just... Like, are you that not... That you're that self-aware at all? It just boggles my mind, but get ready for the memes because this is what people are going to be running with. And then people are like, it's concept art. Well, the problem is why would you do that? Why are we looking at concept art in May? This game was supposed to come out seven months ago. We're supposed to be playing this. And Microsoft hasn't shown gameplay since. And guess what? Know the pressure that they're building? We haven't seen multiplayer. We haven't seen gameplay. What is this going to be, everybody? What is this going to be? I don't know. And that brings us to the 6-month review. And actually, since we're talking about it, let's go. So, let's talk about where we've been. where we're going. Looks like Scott dumb in the ass. So, yeah. Speaking about the games, because I put out a tweet, and it got some traction, and people the defenders came out and talked about it, but it's been a thing that I've been saying for a while, and what the hell happened here? You read a tweet? All right, whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, this is my tweet. Hey, Phil. xCloud will be on TVs in a year, which he said at the Engadget or the Verge interview last year. He's like, he came out and just confirmed it. He wasn't even probed. The guy's like, I could see this probably being on Santa. He's like, you'll see xCloud on TVs in a year. Like, he released the beast. He didn't care. And I have to say, that's great. But how are the games from the 23 studios coming? And there he is. That's the face that he makes. What? You want to talk about games? I'll tell you all the other stuff about games. Yeah. This is what they became. My favorite brand became a goddamn fucking mockery. This is. They are. Let's see. This tweet, and look, yeah, this tweet's going to age so horribly by the end of this year. End of this year, as people think. And you want to know what? If it does, if they come out with great games and amazing games, I'm going to be upset? I've been saying that's what they need for this longest time. So guess what? Right now, this is the status of it. If it changes and they do better and they come out with all this quality games that he's been talking about, guess who wins? I do. Because I get to play them. I'm supposed to be upset? Oh, you got me. I don't fucking care. I've been saying this for too fucking long. The whole family here writes itself. But they don't talk about the games. Instead, you get concept art. This is what they're talking about. But every day I hear how, oh, they're working on 3 projects. Oh, the coalition's working on Star Wars. They said today they're not working on Star Wars, right? To Paris. Paris is like, oh, you can work on Star Wars. Like, I'm not doing it. Jeff Grubb's like, they're not working on Star Wars. The thing is like, they can't even come out with the shit that they already spoke about. But people are sitting here telling you that they're working on more games, more studio purchases. The studios they bought are like divvied up to 5 teams, and they're working on 5 games. No, what I say is stop talking about more and more games and worry about the quality and the content of that they already announced, which that is few and far between. Worry about Halo. Worry about why we haven't seen more gameplay. Oh, it's coming at E3. Well, then don't you think, well, what were they going to show at E3 if they're banking on Halo gameplay? That game was supposed to be out in November. The fact that they're going to wait to E3, guess what that tells me? Grinders, what does it tell you? Know what it tells me that they're using Halo at E3? They don't have anything else to show. Nothing else is ready. That's what that means. If they had so much to show, they would be dropping Halo tidbits and news leading up to E3. Instead, we are now mid-May, And we don't know any more information about Halo's gameplay or the multiplayer than we knew in July of last year. And the game was supposed to come out in November. And got a year delay. But everybody's okay with that. Let them work on 4 more games. Let them buy more studios. July 23rd, this was shown. All right? We've seen this ad nauseum. We haven't seen anything even close to this. We haven't seen in-game renders of anything. We looked at things and they looked like screenshots. They looked like concept art. They looked like ideas. Like they looked like we have to kind of decipher it. Microsoft never came out and said, "Here's gameplay of what's going on. This is what's going on." They haven't done it since July. We've seen this. All right. Now let's compare again. Let's go through it again. So Halo, you know more now than nope. I don't know anything. All I know is that he has a bunch of guys that look like him that have no hair on their face. This dude got pulled off the project, and then they put him in the back burner, and they put Joseph Staten Island in there, and they got Tony drawing on the goddamn chest hairs. All right, he got roasted. So now what's next? Oh, look, what game is this? Oh, what game is this? July showcase. Spoiler, it's State of K3. Not going to look anything like this. This is just a video, right? State of K3 announced. Do we know anything about it? Nothing. Cool video, though. Looks good. I love to compare this to when it is. No season, no date, nothing. All right. Here's Phil Ness.
Studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play.
Infomercial.
And we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play.
Oh, really?
These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed...
So, Halo, don't play. State of K, when's that coming out?
We're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
In-engine. All right. World premiere. Forza. Screenshots, anything. In-engine, again. Not gameplay. They showed gameplay with well, we'll get into that. All right. This is July of last year, right? No date or anything. Maybe that comes out this year. Maybe. Let's see what else they had. Everwild. Game was announced at XO19 with a trailer like this. Now they had another trailer like this. No gameplay. Nothing. I don't even think this says even in-engine. Does it said in-engine or anything? Where it looks good, but is this the game or do you know what the game is? Everwild. This is the second time it was shown. XO19, July 2020. Okay? Do we know anything about it? Nope. Nope. We're talking July 2020. We're talking May 2021, everybody. You know, this is not a couple of months. This is 6 months after they released a brand new Series X console that they got on the bottom of all these screens. 6 months later. We're in May, okay? This is not a review of this thing in July. Okay? So just a reminder clip to everybody in the future listening to this, because I'm sure we'll be doing this again next fucking year. Yeah. Okay. So we got Rare. Okay, great. Okay, this lady's all hyped up. Yep, she's hyped up. What else have we got from Xbox Studios? Don't Nod's game. This came out. Okay, we'll give them that. We played this, right? This came out. Don't Nod's game. Ori at 120 frames. Okay, that we've played. That we had. Okay, Ori. Outer Worlds DLC. Okay. They added the bees and the mosquitoes to this game. They still don't have a story mode. It's still in preview. But I guess we play this. This was out already. Let's see what we got. What is this game? Oh, this is Avowed. Here's Avowed. This is all we got for Avowed. We got the arrows, and then we got a person with a sword and magic. And then Avowed's done. Looks cool. Is this the game? I don't know. Is that ray tracing? I don't know. They don't even say in engine or anything like that. The only engine I saw was Forza. These are all just videos. This doesn't say captured in engine either. Maybe did this say it? Maybe this says captured in engine. Let's see, captured in engine. No, this is just a video. So there you go. That's it. And that's it. We're done with that. Avowed. Do we know anything about it? Now in May? Nothing. No clip art. Nothing. Same bottom. Game Pass, Series X, PC. Alright. Let's see what else we got. Here's Booty. Clap your booties. And Booty talking out his ass. And this game looked pretty cool. We haven't seen this yet, right? This was like that storyboard game. Looked pretty cool. I don't think this came out yet. Hellblade, he showed us Vacation. So this was announced at the 2019 the Game Awards show. Here's the trailer, same trailer. They didn't show a new trailer. So this was in 2019. We're in May 2021 right now. This was December 2019. All right. And I can already see the people getting ready to respond to this. I know where you think you're going to go, but I got news for you. So, look. They got he's telling us about his vacation photos. Here they are. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job. I'm glad you got out and got to see the world. But no new gameplay, no new video, nothing on Hellblade. Nothing. Hellblade 2, nothing. And then we got, now, he got purchased in 2019. He's been making Psychonauts 2 for the longest time. And hopefully it comes out. It was supposed to come out in 2020. And now it's going to come out sometime this year. We don't know when. They haven't announced it. So, Psychonauts 2 comes out whenever. We're in May. So maybe it comes out next month. I know they just added Psychonauts 1 to Game Pass. I'm bringing back the memories, right? Just remember how much more information do we have now in May 2021? How much have we had? I'm talking about information. Wait, here's Psychonauts 2. Here we go. Still not out yet. Okay. Yep, there you go. Supposed to come. Smart delivery. We know it's smart delivery, though. All the bullshit, but we don't know the game. What's up, Sick Humor? What's up, man? How you doing? Just going down memory lane. We're doing a comparison here of games, right? All right, so we know Psychonauts. There she is. This is the best thing to happen to Xbox. There we go. Very good. And now she talks about Destiny. Okay. Take Phil Spencer's job, please. And now, what is this game? Oh, is that Stalker 2? The 3-month timed exclusive? 3 months? Okay, we've got 3 months here. 3 months. Whenever this comes out, we don't know. We don't know. And then we also had, what was the next game? What is this game? A bunch of families having fun. Tetris. I think this came out, so they played Tetris. It was a 3-year-old PlayStation game. Came out, decided to come out at the end of the last year. What is this? The Steam World? What is this game? I don't know. You know anything about this one? I don't. This looks cool. What is this? This is grounded in space? I don't know what the hell this game is. What is it? From the creative Steam. Oh, that's the gunk. Oh, that's what everybody's talking about, the gunk? Oh, yeah, that does look good. Smart delivery, no release date. We don't know when that's coming out. What's this thing? So that's the gunk. Oh, the medium. Finally, a game that we played, right? Of all this shit. The medium. And then tell me if the medium was worth it. I don't know. I didn't play it. And then Sega. What else did they announce? Oh, Fantasy Star. But focus more on the first party stuff, right? The first party stuff. All right. First party studios. That's where we're going from here. His Crossfire X campaign was supposed to come out last year. You know anything about it? I don't know. It says Crossfire X is free to play. It's free to play, so that's got to be quality right there. Single player not in Game Pass, sold separately. So the multiplayer is free to play, but the single player is not going to be in Game Pass. You're going to have to pay for this. Uh-oh. Wonder if Xbox fans are going to like that. You think they're going to pay for it? Or they'll just, yeah, it's not in Game Pass. Why? Interesting. We'll visit that when that comes out. And here's Booty clapping his cheeks again. And one more thing he says. And Fable. And then, 6 months later, they announced Perfect Dark. And then Bill Murray, Drew Murray left. And Perfect Dark, right? All right, I need a palate cleanse, everybody. Hit that like button. I need a palate cleanse. Here's Fable. We're in May 2021, and we don't know anything more than we knew in July 2020. And I can see everybody. I see all the anti-grinders out there going, but the pandemic. We had a pandemic. What do you expect? These games are not ready. Oh, really? Pandemic, you say? Really? Pandemic? Really? Okay. You're right. We did have a pandemic. It sucks. You're right. That's why Microsoft is behind with their first-party studios, because of the pandemic. That's why they don't have any release dates or anything like that, right? The pandemic. Grind, you're just venting about it because you don't know it's the pandemic. You know that they're hurting. Their studios take time to make games. It takes time to make games. That's it. It takes time. It's the pandemic. That's why we don't have dates. Don't you realize that? Yeah? Gordon Ramsay got fucking something to say.
5. It's now just over a year since we began sharing technical details of PlayStation 5. But today's the day that we've been looking forward to for years, when we get to show you just some of the games that demonstrate our belief that PlayStation 5 marks the biggest generational transition our industry has yet seen. The content we've curated for today's event showcases how PS5 has inspired developers to create new experiences that are transformative in how they look, sound, and feel. Enough from me. We're going to have the games do our talking.
God damn it. And what the fuck does that say? All right. Notice when I reviewed last year, 6 months in review from the new console launches. These are June and July of last year. What did I? It didn't even have a statement in engine. Some of those games. Halo was on PC. Forza was in engine. Right? Now, look at this. Okay. Now let's go through the PlayStation Showcase and let's see how much we know from what we do last year. And then you tell me who the fuck's in trouble. All right, let's go. Let's see. What do we do? Oh. Do we know about this game? The Thunderclap. That's right. Do we know about this?
Hero's just someone who doesn't give up. Your dad said
Do we know more about this game than we do about
right.
about Halo?
Now it's your turn. Go be a hero, Miles. Okay.
Yeah. Played it, beat it 4 times. Thank you. Next. But the pandemic. Oh, yeah, the pandemic. What is this game got delayed? All right. Do we know more about Gran Turismo? We know it got delayed. But this was an engine, right? So here's your one game. You remember the last showcase? Mm-hmm. Why wasn't Forza shown like this? There's gameplay. Gameplay. They came out and said this is delayed to next year. Fine. So we got one. There's one, right? Dude boots it up from the menus. All right. We got one that we don't know more about. Let's see what else we got. Here's another game. These shows were shown a month apart. Do we know more about this game? We're going to be playing this game. Playing. Its embargo preview drops Wednesday. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see? The excuses don't match. The carpet don't match the drapes. Pandemics, delays. These games not only were shown, these games have now either been released, been played, been reviewed, been respected, been sold. We don't even know if Fable is even going to... We don't even know what this game is. You don't even know what Avowed is. You have no clue what these games are. Nonetheless, if they're going to be good. You have no goddamn clue. The games that they've shown in Sony Showcase, we have played them. They've been reviewed. Some great, some maybe not too great. But the point is look at the difference. 6 months from when the console launched, this event compared to Microsoft's Xbox Showcase. The Xbox Showcase looks like a bunch of pipe dreams. It's a bunch of pipe dreams. Is it real? This is all gameplay nonetheless. I'm not even talking about do we know more. This is gameplay. And we know more about it now. Wow, what else did they show? What was this? Demon Souls? Was that Demon Souls? Do we know more about Demon Souls? We played the game. Oh, no, Square Enix. Oh, even this game got an announcement what it is. Seeing gameplay. Forspoken. This got a title name from the time when Microsoft showed all their games. Now it's named. Do you see that there's progress? It's not wait to E3. I didn't have to wait to E3 for them to name this game. I didn't have to wait to E3. I didn't have to wait to E3 to see new gameplay from Craig. I didn't have to wait to E3 to find out more about Ratchet and Clank. I didn't have to wait to E3 to find out more about Returnal. But why does Microsoft hold their games and don't want to speak about them? It's so afraid. And they just build this anticipation up for E3, and it doesn't deliver. It hasn't delivered in the last 2 years. 2019 was Halo Showcase, bleeding ass, and a bunch of third-party games. And some wrestlers underneath the stage for Gears. That was 2019. The show with the stage to themselves. Stray. We know more about this one. Here's Triple H. Headhunter Hearst. I'm here to play the game. Power your memes. Exactly unknown. Here we are. Do we know more about this? I talked about it for a friggin' hour in the beginning. Do you see the progress? We get to see it and get to play it. Here's the other game. Didn't review too well, but you want to know what? It came out. Oh, no, Sackboy reviewed well. They're playing this. How many things have we played or know more about in the Sony showcase compared to the Microsoft showcase? Here's Destruction All-Stars. Say what you want. It came out. It got reviewed. It's in a service. Go. Like, who was more prepared? Who was dangling some bullshit carrots? Kenna got a release date. Yes, it got delayed. Just look at all the stuff that they've shown and how much is applicable. How much gameplay we've seen of these games here. What is Microsoft Studios doing? I seriously think they are goddamn eating brunch. What are they doing? You say 2 to 3 years. You want to know what? Gamers are not going to wait. You're going to keep losing more and more and more and more. Is that your plan? Because the longer you wait and the more... Sony is not going to stop. Nintendo's not going to stop. Bug Snacks. This game didn't come out. Yeah, we don't know about this game. But we're talking about indie games. Oddworld. This came out. Oddworld came out. It was free in PlayStation Plus. Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't think that has a release date, though. Deathloop has a release date. That was shown. What was that game? I don't know what this game is. Huh. There you go. Godfall. Say what you want. It came out. We played it. Gameplay was shown. This game looks cool. This is indie games coming out. But we're talking about indie games we don't know too much about. Death Awaits January. What game was this? This came out already? Oh, Hitman? Yeah, Hitman. More of the PlayStation studios. Astrobot. Launch. But see, like some of these indie games, I could say, okay, fine. But like Little Devil Inside. NBA, we'll skip on that. Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks played. And then here's your Demon Souls played. Do you see the difference? One's Pipe Dreams. Deathloop coming out in another month or so. We got release dates. These games either came out, we played them, beat them. They're going to be reviewed. What game was this one? Oh, is this Resident Evil? That's Resident Evil. Well, that's the third-party stuff. This Capcom game, Pragmata, whatever the hell that is. And then Horizon Zero Dawn. Which this one, we don't have a release date yet. Now, you ready for the punchline? So going through the two showcases, just like a year in review. This was June 11th, and Microsoft was July 23rd. You see the difference. Like Microsoft's games, there's no progress. We are now in May, and there's no more information on any of those games. Anything that they've shown. Quadruple A games take time, and that's the other thing, Ghostface. That's the other thing that takes things. Like, that's if that's quadruple A. And you make that assumption, like, well, Fable's going to be 4 years because it's in a quadruple A game. And what happens if it's not? What happens if it comes out day one weapons? This is the problem that Halo's running into. Like, Where is it? I have it, the Halo. This is the thing. Halo took 5 years. AAA takes time. Here. Now, I'm not saying that they're not. And they do take time. But you're right. But if AAA games take time, AAA takes time, how the hell is Sony pumping out all these games? And Microsoft's just saying it takes time. Then, here are these guys. And this is the problem that Halo's running into.
And so that's where, with the Magnum, we wanted to make sure that when we do it, that we do it right. And with our range, whatnot, we really want these things to be what they are. And so that's where, with the Magnum, and then so on and so on,
here's the question. So you tell me it takes time. This is where I say, hey guys, we don't know what next gen is going. We don't know what Avowed is going to be. We don't know what Fable is going to be. But it takes time. All right. Sony just disproved all that shit by having these games coming out. And somebody's like 2 to 3 years. Oh, it takes time. What happened? Microsoft just said, hey, you belong to us. Start a game right now. These guys are working on stuff. They bought them in 2018. We are in 2021. Oh, I got a punchline for all you grinders. You hit that like button. But look at this. So Halo, example. This is a mismanagement of stuff. Halo is delayed a year, right? This is February 11, 2021. Right? Look at the question. And hear the response. Classic guns are not going to be in Halo campaign day one. Hear what this response is, okay? And tell me why, after a year delay, when you get the game whenever the fuck it comes out, you're going to sit here and go, oh, well, I'm just going to wait some more because it's a service game. What the what are you doing here? If you wait for AAA and say AAA takes 3 to 4 years, when 4 years comes up, that shit better be AAA. That shit better not be AAA in the building. It can't be no Sea of fucking Thieves. Well, let's hear. Here's the question. Has the Magnum been reconsidered to be added into the sandbox? I like the new pistol and all, but I think having the original sidearm is a must, being such an iconic weapon. Well, you got a year delay. Let's see what we have to say about this.
But I think having the original sidearm is a must, being such an iconic weapon.
We didn't want to do previously where the Magnum changed from Halo CE to Halo 2, and then it changed again from Halo 2 to Halo 3, and then so on and so on. Every new Halo game seems to change legacy weapons, and that's something that we don't want to do. If we're going to bring a legacy weapon back, we want it to be and play like that weapon that players remember and understand without having weird design decisions on why this thing is changed, whatnot. We really want these things to be what they are. And so that's where, with the Magnum, we wanted to make sure that when we do it, that we do it right. And with our design goals of pistols being like pistols and not being hyper accurate from really far away, that's where the sidekick is where that weapon is. It's that true sidearm that someone can use quickly and efficiently. And then our rifles play much more closer to rifles. So I guess that, I don't know. I mean, I could talk forever on this stuff, and that's why I like doing these kind of things, John, and talking about the sandbox. But I guess I don't, I'll just cut it short there, is that, yeah, we love the Magnum. It's special in our hearts. And when and if and how we bring it back, we want to make sure we do it right, and that the fans will recognize it as the Magnum, and we're not tweaking it or changing it from what it used to be.
All right, so the sidekick pistol is very similar to the gunfighter Magnum from Halo 5 then, kind of, right?
Yeah, sure. I think
he's not done.
That's a pretty
few more questions here.
Oh, we those of you that don't know, I'm mainly referring. You shot another opponent, and then a sandbox, that small, tightly.
Very similar.
And favorite sandbox now. I would necessarily pairing it with the needle of the super. I guess legacy.
The more I look at it, the.
But yeah, so we're a big believer on team, and that even though we have really talented individuals here that are accomplished in their field,
considered to be added into the sandbox. I like the new pistol.
Before this
Bulldog does fit that role, and something that we haven't.
You guys had mentioned the Bulldog is meant to fill the role of a
there's
fast
the one
firing.
About the service. Hold on. When and if they bring this back, classic guns. But he says exactly why that's the case, because it is a service game. I did this on one of my previous shows, but the thing is that if a game is delayed, why are you speaking about it? And like, well, we'll think about it after we launch, post-launch content. Game is delayed a year. What is going on?
Gonna keep on moving because we've got a few more questions.
No, I don't want what's his favorite game. I want to know why
is going to be. You guys had mentioned the Bulldog is meant to make room for the
in the sandbox yet, and that powerful shotgun roll is. We've already got a weapon that is new, never before seen or talked about, that is filling that role, and we'll talk about that and share it in the coming months as we get into that more. But just to clarify and to reemphasize, in the coming months,
this was February. I haven't heard of anything yet.
In a previous question, is that we're always going to be looking at new, not just brand new weapons to bring in, but where do the legacy and classic weapons? Where's it? When? Where? And how do those get to come into the title? Because that, to me, this is something that we're really excited about. Is that this is not just a Halo game that we're going to get out and then be done with and move on to the next Halo title, but we're always going to be looking at how do we keep updating this game, and that's exactly where new and legacy returning weapons can fit in as well.
Thanks for that answer. I know the classic shotgun
about is that this is not just a
I'll let that simmer for a little bit to everybody out there. There. That gets you excited. Are you rolling around congratulating Phil and Bonnie? You think that this shit's not in trouble? The guy's talking about it like it's a fucking passion project. We're thinking when I'm going to do it, when, here. How about at fucking launch? Maybe when the game comes out. That sounds like a damn good time to have the classic weapons ready to go. What do you think? I think launch, after a year delay, I think launch will be a great time to introduce these weapons. Oh, but no, you're not going to do them at launch. You will just carry, we'll find that maybe 3 months later we'll add them. So this is where I challenge all you people that want to say AAA and quadruple A takes time and Microsoft Studios games are going to take time. This is the difference. Sony's showcase showed all those games. We played them. They reviewed. Some of them reviewed really well. Some of them Game of the Year contenders. Out there, played in the field. This shit is just, this is not even a newborn. This thing is going to be coming out like it's going to be coming out like blinking its eyes, going blink, 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 blink. Game, blink, blink. This is after the delay, all right? This is February of this year if you need a fucking calendar. He's talking this, not last year, not after we saw the gameplay. And this is why You show me concept art. And then you got this guy talking in February. Like, I don't know where I'm going to put the classic guns. I don't know. We're still going to put stuff in the game. Really? You're talking about a single-player sandbox game. The fuck? What is he going to do? Like, what are you doing?
And new weapons to bring in, but where do the legacy and classic weapons? Where's it?
At launch?
When, where, and
launch?
How do those get to come in
launch?
To the title? Because
launch?
That, to me, this is
launch?
Something that we're really excited about is that this is not just a Halo game that we're going to get out and then be done with and move on to.
So you're purposefully holding shit back to make it a service game. Is that what we're doing? You're purposefully holding back classic weapons so you could add it and say we're not just abandoning this game because it's in what? Is it because it's in Game Pass? Is that why? Oh, and then he says here, well, we have some weapons that will fill in the gap and coming in the next few months. Sir, it is May. And you've shown me Craig the Brute's brother, Jerry, concept art. You show me concept art. Tell me where and when. I don't know where and when these games are going to come. What are we doing? What is this? He said, let's go to lunch. That's right. This, like, listen, our Xbox podcast covering this interview, did they go into here and really talk about Halo Infinite and Halo? Because if you were sitting here waiting for Halo, this don't sound like this game is going to be ready when it sounds like it's going to be missing a lot of shit. It sounds like Sea of fucking Thieves. He didn't, this is where I mean.
Next Halo title, but we're always going to be looking at how do we keep updating this game. And that's exactly where new and legacy returning weapons can fit in as well.
New legacy returning weapons. You know what? Weapons were the least part of the fucking problem in that gameplay. But you're not telling me Game Pass effect, somebody said. Aziza said Game Pass effect. That's why, how do you sit there comfortably and go, Microsoft has games coming? Stop complaining. Microsoft has games. What are you going to say when these games come out? I'm going to say these games are not ready for fucking prime time. This is why I don't know how you sit there comfortably accepting this. Oh, but wait, there's still a punchline. Because you want to know what? I'm not done. You want a game you review. Remember I mentioned the PlayStation thing? What we've seen and all, what we've played. Like, it takes a lot to launch a game, to have it reviewed successfully, and for the gamers to like it. Like Returnal, a new IP. Yes, there's some technical bullshit, but come on. The game was a new IP that is taken by storm and is addicting and all over the place. That takes a lot. And that's a lot that these Microsoft games need to prove. And the wait just builds more and more and more anticipation and more pressure. Right? Right. So now we're in 2021. I keep reminding people we're in 2021. But you know what? Let's go into the past and see if the promises of the past have made it to now. Do you think, Grinders, do you think the promises here we go. We're going to play a little game here, Grinders. Ready? I'm going to read you a title from a Phil Ness quote. And you're going to tell me when it was from. 1. Spencer, we have just signed exclusives that won't be ready for 2 to 3 years. No point in showing them. Any guesses? 2 to 3 years. We've just signed exclusives that won't be ready for 2 to 3 years. We are investing in new things. We signed things just recently that I thought, hey, from a PR standpoint, it would be really easy for me to put a trailer on a screen. But then I know that a game's not coming for another 2.5 or 3 years. So I didn't want to do that. I understand some people would say, hey, that would give me confidence in the future of Xbox. This is a cheesy line, but I'll just say, trust that this is important to us as a platform, from the top CEO of the company down. If you talk to Satya, he would say, I understand. We need to invest in content. So today I wanted to talk about the things that if you're going to buy the console, you'll be able to play. But I'll continue to work on delivering games. Let's see who got it. Game. Let's go. What year was this, Phil Spencer? Mark says 600 BC. Close. Let's see who got it. Actually, first person that got this one was Ghostface Killer with You Get a Prize. June 2017. Yeah. Tell him what he won. Yeah. You got Phil Nest. That's what he won. There you go. So let's see. Those who those who can count on their fucking fingers, let's see. 2017. We got 29th. Shit, we're a year late. They just signed exclusives that won't be right. 2017. This is before the motherfucker bought all those studios. The fuck are those exclusives? What was it? That sounds like it was lined up for an Xbox One X launch, Series X launch, don't you think? 2 to 3 years. But he says, shut the fuck up about that. We got Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, State of Decay, Lucky's Tales, Ori. But wait a second. This is what the motherfucker said. We have Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, Lucky's Tales, Ori, and Will o' the Wisp. But I know you're asking about big AAA console games. I hear and I'm committed to that. First of all, he says we've just signed exclusives. So it's not Gears, right? But this is the bullshit that he says, and people went crazy from 2017 till now. Just wait. Look what they're saying in 2017. What would you like to see? A brand new IP? A revival of some old ones? Personally, I hope those turn out to be a full Fable reboot. 2017. Guys, years. 2017, 2 to 3 years out, okay? But wait. I'm not going to say who this is from, but you probably know him from Twitter. This is what he said in 2017. October, happy Halloween. Xbox can literally show Gears 5, Halo 6, Forza 8, Forza Horizon 4, and the new game they're working on at E3 2018. And they all still will release earlier than Death Stranding, The Last of Us 2, Ghosts of Sucker Punch IP. It's just not the way Xbox does business anymore, but maybe they should. I'll leave it up to the imagination of who said that. Diehard Xbox fan, though. And not to say that they're bad people, but This is what the narrative is. 2017. We are talking 4 years ago. Years, not months, not weeks, years. How is it acceptable? How do we still have pro Xbox podcasts? I don't understand it. What are you pro about? They kicked you in the balls, kicked you in the ass, and smacked you in the back of the head and said, be on your way. Holy shit, who's that?
Glory hole parties. That's
Holy shit, frogs. What's up, man?
Rooftop glory hole parties.
Holy shit, dog. Yo, man. I don't know what the hell that finesse is. No problem, man.
Nah, rooftop glory hole parties. You know what? I've kind of been listening to your podcast, and I'm sorry I'm late, but let me tell you something. What you were saying is so true. I sat there the other day, and I had a chance to get an Xbox Series X. And I talked to a guy who has an Xbox Series X, and he has a PC, and he said the only reason I got it because it was available. And he said, I don't understand why I bought this thing. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I bought it. I got Game Pass. And this is a guy who games, he just games, and he's like, I bought it. I got Game Pass. And he was like, but after I sat there for a while, I was like, man, this is all old shit. He's like, what am I doing? He was like, and then I'm looking at PS5's games that are coming out, and I'm like, yo, I want to play that shit. I don't want to play the old shit.
Dude, like, just go and buy the 2 freaking showcases. We have no nothing.
Let me tell you something. It's hard for me as a person who wants to game, and I put a statement on Twitter, and I know a lot of people saw it. I don't feel, and I'm sticking true to this, that I don't feel there is a reason for me to buy an Xbox Series X until, number one, I see Halo Infinite, and then number two, on top of that, it needs to provide me with some longevity to where some of their other games that are coming, because I'm like, can one game make the difference? It can, right? If it's a really damn good game, but I don't think Halo is going to be that 9 or above game. And yes, I'm using scores because that's how people do it, but I think Halo is going to be a solid, 8 above. I don't think it's going to be a 9 or above. If you watch the franchises that the Xbox Series have had, they've completely start at well, and then they kind of considerably go down. I mean, look at freaking Gears of War for all intents and purposes. They changed it to a whole new engine. I'm hoping this was better, but most of the stuff they're talking about is old stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, where do we get to a point where, and I don't know if people have been looking at what Sony's doing with the PlayStation 5 and their advertisement, they'll send a little 1.5 minute, 2 minute clip, and then it'll say, hey, backward compatibility, and that's it. And then they show the PS5, and then they show some PS4, and that's it. Haptic feedback. These little things they're doing, the little promotion things, that it's like little 1 minute, 1.5 minute, maybe 2 minute clips of they showing their console. I think that's all and around more effective than talking about, hey, we can do 120 in this game now, we could do 60 in this game now, even though it's there's some old. I'm not saying that people shouldn't ask for that, but what I'm saying is if that's all you're focusing on, there has to be more than that. Like, I kind of feel like when you look at this generation that we've gone into already, we've been into for 5 months.
Yeah,
I kind of felt like the Xbox console is doing the same thing the Xbox One kind of did.
Yeah.
Kind of did. Not all of it, but kind of. I think it's a great console as far as power, but I think the biggest key thing that's missing are those exclusive games. And then with them being in Game Pass day one, the one thing I don't want to hear anybody say when these games come to Game Pass and they don't score well is, well, it's in Game Pass, so it doesn't matter.
Well, that's the whole thing, man. We don't know the quality of these games.
Yeah, because that is a problem.
What they are.
That is a problem. You should you shouldn't be a person, and I saw somebody put this on Twitter. I'm not going to call them out. You shouldn't be a person that's like, hey, I see that Resident Evil, but I'll get it when it's in Game Pass. That's what Xbox players have become to. And you know what? I'm gonna say something that Heartache said. And a lot of people know. Heartache can be off his rocker sometime, but he had put a tweet out there, and he was like, "Man, you guys are sitting here waiting for games to go on Game Pass. Just play games. Just play the damn game."
I know, yeah. Talking about if it's going to Game Pass.
Yeah, and he was like, you're more worried about if a game is going to Game Pass than rather be like, oh, Resident Evil came out. I wonder if it's going to Game Pass. They're so worried about if it's going to Game Pass that it's basically that's gonna eat that. That's gonna really hurt that market, I think. Because they're so worried about a game going to Game Pass, they don't even care what game is good or not. It's like, is it going to Game Pass? Well, if it's not, I'll wait. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's your mentality? People will shit on Returnal. People will shit on some other games that Sony has. And if you look at Nintendo, the reason you still can go out and try to buy Zelda Breath of the Wild and it's still $59.99 is because Nintendo's like, oh, that's our worth. We're not dropping the price. We're not dropping. Even when it sells a certain amount, then they may say, okay, we'll drop it down to 29. It sold over 20 million. We'll drop it down to 29 now. It's sold over, it's 30 million seller. We'll drop it down to 29 now. Well, look how long that takes. Nintendo will keep the game. And I always say, damn, Nintendo, what the hell is your problem? But I get it. They're a game company. This is their money. It's a business. This is how they got to make their money. Microsoft, out of all three companies, out of Nintendo and Sony, Microsoft can lose the most money. They're $1 trillion company. Sony and Nintendo can't afford to do this, but you would think that this $1 trillion company with all this money will be able to freaking, kind of take these guys to school just on money alone. But I don't think all the money in the world really matters if you don't have the talent. It doesn't matter if you don't have the talent.
Exactly.
I mean, look at the five richest NFL teams in the NFL. They're not winning Super Bowls. And they got money. I mean, the Cowboys got money. The Jets got money. The Giants got money. Those are three in the top five richest teams in the NFL. They have money. So what I'm saying is like, but none of those teams I named are going to the Super Bowl. None of those teams I named are really even playoff material right now. My whole thing is like, I think that Xbox's biggest problem is I can't, I don't want to say it's Phil Spencer, right? But I actually think it's Satya. I think when Satya came in, we knew some of the ways that Satya wanted to move. Everybody just moving to the beat of Satya because they're like, we want this product. We want this Xbox branding to stay alive. I don't want Xbox to die. I really don't want it to die because I do think it would hurt gaming.
I'm furious about Halo. I'm just you see that Craig? You see Craig's brother Jerry?
Yeah, I saw it, man. It's not looking
Frog,
good.
Well,
but
you know
but
that
they gotta do something, man.
Do you know that they showed Craig in the state it was? How the hell do you show concept art looking like that again for a brute and not do a 3D render?
You said it earlier. Phil Spencer's like, we're just not going to show anything until it's ready. But then when you're showing stuff and it looks ready, you're like, it looks like Crackdown.
Oh, wait, Frog's going to join us on game. Here we go. We got another quote. Thank you for the intermission and Frog's interlude. But Frog, you're going to join the game because I got another. You heard the game we're playing, right? We're reading Phil Spencer's quotes and we're guessing what year they're from. So who got the last one? I think Ghostface got it. Somebody said the 2017 was the last one, about 2 to 3 years. So here we are from the future. Phil, you're wrong back then. That was Ghostface. All right, guys, get ready on the guys salary catch him with the salary cap. Okay, get ready. I'm going to read the next Phil Spencer quote. Here it is. All right, are you ready to guess what year is this from? And here we go. Xbox boss Phil Spencer teases things he's incredibly excited about for 3 to 10 years in the future. What year is this from?
I would say that's from 2019. That sounds like 2000. Well, that sounds like a 2019 quote. They all sound similar.
Well, he says that I'll give you some more detail because I see some people scratching their heads. He says here there are some cool things on the horizon in the next 3 to 10 years I'm incredibly excited about.
Ooh. That might be a 2018 quote. I don't know. That sounds like something more it's like
for 3 to 10 years in the future. When did he say this? Okay.
You know what?
When do you think, Frog? We'll get yours, guess, and I'll read the chats.
Okay. I would definitely say, if I had to just go with, I'm just going to say, I've been saying a lot of your lists. I'm just going to, in concrete, I think it's a 2020 quote. Excuse me.
Frog is correct. And in the chat, we have Marlesko with 2020. He's excited about the next 3 to 10
Wait,
years.
was I right?
Yes, you were. 2020 quote. So wait.
Because I had to think about that quote, and I was like, wait, that's...
It was a trick question. It was a trick, because at first I was talking about where he said, we just signed exclusives that won't be ready for the next 2 to 3 years. That was in 2017. But then in 2020, he's very excited about the 3 to 10 years in the future.
Wow. Wow.
He's like...
Why did all his quotes sound similar?
Because he talks out his
Does
ass.
it seem like
Yo, when everything comes out your ass, it always smells like shit.
Let me ask you this question. Does anybody else kind of feel like every year when we hear any big Microsoft, anybody to come, like they say the same thing, especially around E3 time, the same thing every year? Like every year is supposed to be the best year. Every year, this is going to be the biggest year at Xbox. And then you're like, I don't get that. Like, I'm like,
dude, that's 3 to 10 years.
This shut up and show game.
This is gonna have me in my fucking 60s going, they told you those games were coming 10 years ago. Holy shit. And then okay, so we got the final question. Here we go. All right, here we go. Get ready. Marlesko, good job. 2020. Buck Rogers said 2018. Neeson said 2017. Captain Crunch said 2018. Mogos 2013. So Buck Rogers said 1300 BC. Wait T3. There you go. That's the cleanest answer. Ryan Land said 2014 through 2021. I said the same shit. It's all talking bullshit. That's right, Captain Crunch. All right, we got another quote. There it is. All right. Let me see if this is a good one. Why other people might not want to say, hey, there could actually be another console, when we all know there likely is. It's because, hey, I need to keep buying the console that's there. When people buy an Xbox, they buy into an ecosystem, and they become an Xbox fan. Many of the Xbox fans we have today started on the original Xbox, were with us on the 360, and now with us on the Xbox One. I trust their commitment to our devices and our services as we go through this journey with them, so I'm going to be open with them. I don't have anything to announce specifically, but I do want to know that we're committed to the experiences they love of playing great games on a console, on their TV, and we think it's important for the future of the brand. And the first thing he was referring to putting games on, yeah. So where's that way? I want to see if I don't want to make sure I give it away. So when would he say that quote? Talking about consoles. Hint.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe this will butter your noodle. Maybe this will butter everybody's noodle. Hint. Oh shit! I showed it. Damn it! I showed the year. Maybe they didn't say it. Maybe this video will give you a hint when he said about this. No, Marlesko, wrong. When did he say about, I'm not going to lie and say there's new consoles. Skills says 2015. No. Take a look at the screen.
Is it 20? I'm talking 2019?
No.
Huh.
2012, no. 2016, no.
I'm not going to lie, there's new consoles. Oh, that's a hard one. That's a good one. That can't be like 2000. Hold on, let me think.
Look at this amazing trailer that I'm showing for a game. Hint.
It can't be like a 2015 quote.
No, he's talking about new consoles.
New consoles. Oh my God. Is that the original Halo Infinite trailer?
Yes, it is.
Oh God! Somebody said it.
2018. Ryan's got it. Ryan lands. Look at this Halo. Yeah, this is the Halo trailer. Oh, here it is. Mm-hmm. ...2018 Halo. Wait a second. Let me show you 20... Hold on. Do I have 2019 Halo? Yeah, hold on. I have 2021 Halo.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Jazz? Nobody. I don't think anybody is like looking at PlayStation and like, hey man, when we finally see, their next God of War, when we finally see their next Horizon game, it's going to look bad. We know the quality of their developers and what they do. Well, I think a lot of people just still really unsure about what these developers can do over, at Microsoft.
They got a lot of shit to prove.
Yo, do they? Man, do they ever?
Yep, and there we go. Here's Craig and Jerry. He don't look like that. Brian got 2018.
I tell you, man. And I would love for gaming to move forward in a lot of great and positive ways, but I do think you need to take chances.
Dude, you know what? There you go. There's Craig and Jerry, and there's the original Halo 2018. Now, the other thing, the reason why I wanted to bring that quote up is because guess what? And what he's speaking about in that 2018 quote, while you enjoy Craig and Jerry and the Halo Infinite trailer, that was a lie.
Yes.
He was speaking about Project Scarlet. The thing we know now as the Xbox Series X. So, 2018, because remember, 2017, the One X came out already. Right? It was 2017. This was 2018. And in 2018, at the end, he alluded to the next-gen consoles. And guess what? You got your Tom Warrens, your Jez Cordons, the Verge, all the guys. Oh, he's talking about Project Scarlet, the new Xbox. Well, guess what? Since 2018, all we fucking heard about was Project Scarlet and the power.
Yep.
Well, guess what, motherfuckers? We're 6 months in to Project Scarlet in 2021. We knew about this console's existence and was teased about it in 2018. How in the living hell did they launch this console without any goddamn games? And on top of that, not have anything lined up for the following year, because guess what? This year is basically last year's delay.
Yep.
And don't give me the Corona bullshit, because I just went through Sony Showcase and all those games, about 85% of them have either come out, been reviewed, played, or we know more information about them. We know GOTS on that Xbox Showcase. Do you know more about Avowed? Do you know more about Grounded? Do you know more about Everwild? I know more about Grounded, though. I can't say that because I know they added bees and mosquitoes and photo mode.
No, I think it's like, I think they're like, when you talk about Xbox, I feel like it's an abusive relationship. Like, they tell you they're not going to stop beating you, and then they keep beating you, and they're like, we're going to stop beating you, and then they beat you again, and like, we're really sorry we beat you and got drunk and beat you again, and they beat you again. Because every year I hear the same thing from Microsoft. Best year ever of Xbox. Like, yeah, I know you guys want to say that, but come on, man. Like, if you really don't have anything to say that's great, just shut up. Let your games do the talking. Sony does that. Nintendo does that. And they don't say anything until they have content to show and games to show. And then when they show us, we're surprised. Microsoft will show us stuff and like, we're not going to talk about it for another 3 years because it's not ready. Well, don't even talk about it. Don't even showcase it. Don't say anything about it.
Well, that's what they're doing. But what? They talk about everything else. And that's why I wrote that tweet where he's like, we'll put this shit on TV, xCloud on TVs, xCloud's on iPhones, big announcements. And it's just like, what about the games, Phil? We know nothing about the games that you showed in July. We know nothing more. People are like, we'll see more gameplay of Halo next month at E3. Why? Really? If they're holding on to that gameplay for E3, what happens if they don't show enough? What happens if they don't show any? Why do you have to wait to E3
I
to
tell
see
you, I
that?
tell you this, Jazz. Let them not have a launch date for that thing.
No, they got to.
And let it not make
But
the
you
launch
hear
date.
this guy, Frog, you listen to this guy talking about the guns and when to put them in and shit?
Yeah, I'm I don't know, man. It's like,
hello?
How could, I don't know, man. As a gamer, I want to be so positive for them because I want to play their games, but damn, it's like they make it hard for me
Yeah, they make it
to
hard.
just want to not only own your hardware, you make it hard for me to even want to play your games. Like, I've gotten to a point where I really don't care. Look, I was like this. I felt like this with the Nintendo Wii and Nintendo Wii U. I didn't care about their games. I hated their consoles, hated everything about what they were standing for. And, I can say the Switch, at first, I didn't like it, but then, it progressively got better and better, and they started giving me games. Yeah, some of them are Wii U ports, and I don't like the fact that they're just using that and they're charging the same price. I don't like that. But what I can say is that they came back and they said, look, we were down, but we're not out. Microsoft, man, like, you're going to live and breathe, and this is your, fourth console, technically, and you've only had one good console generation, and in that console generation, you were neck and neck with the biggest competitor. So it's like, the Xbox original was a great console, but it came in late. The 360 was a freaking amazing console, but it had a lot of problems hardware-wise, and you were neck and neck with your biggest competitor, Sony, and then and then Xbox One, you F that up, and it seems like you're doing it. Look, we talked about this the other day. If there weren't all these constraints, if COVID wasn't here, if we had the chip ability, Sony would have been sold 15 million consoles. They would have easily sold 15 million consoles of PS5, and it just kind of makes me think like, I honestly, it's hard to talk about Microsoft's Xbox because I don't see anything getting better for them.
Frog, somebody made a list. I'm gonna show them this list.
I think Game Pass is going to be what it is, and I think people who play on Xbox will enjoy it. But I don't think they'll ever be able to compete against the big two, and I think they just stay in the game just because they got money.
Dude, this is a fake roadmap, Frog. Look at this shit.
Oh man,
somebody made this fake roadmap, and it's not even like, if you're gonna make it fake, dude, make it like exciting. They have 2021 Age of Empires 4, which is not even a fucking console game. Deathloop on the PS5 first. How the hell you count that as coming as 2021? You're not going to play it for a fucking year. Microsoft Flight Sim, which was last year's game. Psychonauts 2, which was last year's game. Horizon 5. Starfield Halo Infinite. Then they got Avowed in 2022. Ghostwire Tokyo, PS5 first. Hellblade 2. Wolfenstein 3. Project Mara, The Steps Simulator, and Arcane Austin Unannounced Project. Dude, if you're going to make a fake list, make one that's even exciting. This is not even exciting and it's fake. Doom 3, Gears 6, Everwild, ZeniMax Online in 23, Fable, you see Fable in 23, Compulsion Games in 23. The last game they put out was that fucking Happy Few in 2018. They think Compulsion's next game is in 5 years later.
It's hard, man, just to kind of look at
the fuck is Josh Sawyer.
Grace. It's like they just fall from grace, man.
Perfect Dark in 24. Dude, you know what? Get the hell out of here. And that's the thing. Like I said about Halo, you waited all this time for Halo, and the dude's talking about. And he's like this.
How do we keep updating this game? And that's exactly where new and legacy returning weapons.
I wait 5 years, and you're like, I don't know where to put the legacy guns. I don't know. We're just gonna add it later. After I waited 5 goddamn years for Halo. Like, this is just. The thing is that this is unacceptable. It's pathetic, and you know what? And this picture says it all. Like, this is it. Like, I just, this Phil Spencer pitch, it's just like, games? What? Games? They don't know how to make games. And like I said, Frog, the thing is like, with all these games that Sony released, they were reviewed. They got previews dropping for Ratchet and Clank on Wednesday or Thursday. They got previews drop a month before this game comes out. Talk about confidence and polish. They're not hiding it behind interviews and concept art. They putting this shit out there. Returnal was reviewed like a days before it released, but it was already previewed the week before. Dude, the thing is, it's like Sony have these games. It takes a lot for a game to be shown, be released, be accepted by the public, be reviewed well, and go on to win awards. That is a very very tough thing to accomplish. Microsoft's games, we haven't even seen them per se to even know what the hell they are. And then that big looming thing is, how does that fit in a Game Pass model? Day one guns. Where we're gonna put the classic ones. This is a service game. What? And I just don't understand it, how that is acceptable to this brand. And I know there's not much you can do, but what you can do is just say, we need more information on the games. Stop telling me about booster mode. And that's why people get me fun of.
You ever watch Saturday Night Live, Jez?
Yeah.
You ever watch that sketch they do with Chad? That's what the Xbox is. They're Chad.
Chad.
Like, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. They're Chad. It just, he was looking like, damn, you're so dumb. You know,
because I don't see anybody going, man. Phil, how's Avowed going? Phil, give us more information on Halo. We need more, like it just stopped. Like all the updates on the games that they were announced, people are just like, Phil, what do you think about cloud gaming and shit? Like, it's just so frustrating because they need to show more of the games and not all that other shit. And that's why when people talk about, I'm so happy, what a great job Phil did, frames per second boost, like I love it, booster. And it's just like, I feel that
it's sad.
That is fine. Like, that is a great feature. I'm glad you're enjoying it and stuff like that. But you need to scratch your head and be like, well, what's going on with these other games? What's going to happen with them? Like, they showed Hellblade in 2019, and we don't even know shit about it. You know,
it's sad, man. And it's not that we don't want to.
What's up, Persona? How you doing, man?
It's not that we want to know more about it, but you know, it's kind of. I kind of feel like, man, like I think that Xbox is until further notice, man. They're just in a bad place. They're just in a bad place, and I don't know if they can get out of this slump, man. I just don't know.
They need to do a lot more. People think Halo drops and show. And remember, and that showcase that I showed from July, that July showcase, basically was the make or break. So I went through the whole thing, and I would consider that a break because out of that showcase came Craig the Meme, and now you know we got the whole family here. We got Craig and Jerry, and Step Brothers. You're known over the internet for the meme of Craig. So let's show the new Brute Brothers, and let's show concept art that looks like this. Are you on drugs? Like, what is the marketing strategy here that, like, we're just going to keep showing them worse and worse fucking photos and concept art of this game so that when it shows, it looks great. So we got Craig and Jerry. Like, I just don't understand who thought that was a great idea to do this. Then you saw Coalition's thing going like, well, we're moving to Unreal 5, so we have nothing to talk about and anytime soon. You know what? Sometimes I just go, why the hell? It's a fall from grace. Fall from grace. What they, like, the marketing strategy and shit that they had, I just scratch my head and I'm like, do they, like, this is what he does? He walks into a studio and he just makes that face. Like, it's just like, and then he did these quotes like, I've been here since the beginning of Xbox. And it's just like, if you haven't been there, how do you know that this shit is not bad?
True.
Like, if you've been there, that's why I was like, I liked him at first. I was like, oh, that's great. He'll be great because he'll put Xbox back on track back in 2013. And now he just turned it into a joke. And you know, one thing I do want to bring up, and I don't know if I'm gonna get copyright or whatever the hell this, but I do want to bring up something here. Let me see here. Let's see, PS3. to kill the brand. People go, oh, Xbox is all this stuff, and you know what, and really, you know, like Sony. Let me explain something to you. I told you I'm a disgruntled Xbox fan, so I was there in the beginning days of the 360 and what PlayStation was, and PlayStation was a joke. The Foreman grill, giant enemy crabs. It was a $800, $700 machine. 360 was sitting there with Halo and all that other stuff. What's up, Immortal? How you doing? And like PlayStation was the laughing stock of the whole of the gaming industry at the time, and it got memed. It got all the stuff, and I always remember this video. I think I was on business in Arizona, and they play this. And shout out to this website, Sarcastic the Game. I used to listen to them all the time, and they came out with this video of how to kill a brand. And do you want to know where the media shift? This was all podcasts and everything like that. And I used to listen to the song all the time. It actually has a great beat. It's To the Fray. But just listen to it. Just to know how the tables have turned. And to know that, like, how Sony got out of this. By making games. How to kill a brand. Right? This is the PlayStation 3.
Step one, you make your console cost the most. You beat your chest and proudly boast. Despite no good exclusive games, you make a bunch of ridiculous claims. Then ignore our need to play online. Don't make it fun like Xbox Live. Use Blu-ray, which I don't need. Now you're getting your ass kicked by the Wii. Sony, you went wrong with your PS3. I'll just keep playing my 360. Hope this song has helped you understand. Now you know how you killed your brand.
Sergeant remembers this. He remembers.
Phil Harrison, yeah, you know best. Except you didn't beta test. Sure, I can surf the net, but I can't find my gaming friends. Said Halo 3, don't worry you. Instead you offer Killzone 2. But Killzone 1 sucked before. So what made you think we wanted more? Sony, you went wrong with your PS3. I'll just keep playing my 360. Hope this song has helped you understand. Now you know how you killed your brand.
At PlayStation, what we have done successfully over the last 12 or 13 years is to going to be we're going to do some things a little differently. We're going to I don't have any comment to make.
Sony, you went wrong with your PS3. I'll just keep playing my 360. Hope this song has helped you understand. Now you know how you killed your brand. Sony, you went wrong with your PS3. I'll just keep playing my 360. Hope this song has helped you understand. Now you know how you killed your brand.
Yeah, Phil, one question real quick. A lot of players say they want to be able to play online without jumping through a bunch of hoops. Do you have any plans to make the PlayStation 3 not suck as much when you go to play someone else online?
We know that that's a compelling feature for certain players in the certain segments of the audience. but as to specific plans or features, I don't have any comment to make.
So yeah, 2007. Sony was laughing stock of everything, and what did they do? They got hacked, and they fixed their shit by making great games. They came in with God of War 3. They brought back, they got back on track by bringing games and earning back the trust of everybody with the PlayStation 4. And Microsoft got overconfident and wanted to turn their shit into everything. And just horrible marketing got them. All their marketing dudes left. But you bring back getting the respect by making great games and earning that respect. And for Microsoft to continue to delay, and 2 years, I'm excited about the next 3 to 10 years. The mind share that you are continuing to lose because you are not making a statement with great, amazing games, and your competition is and just keeps taking the wind out of your sails at every second and making more and more people just go, I'm excited for the next 3 to 10 years in 2020. How the hell did Sony show a showcase in July and about 80%, 85% of those games we have played, released, and one of the Returnal maybe game of the year they're considering it. I know Ratchet's going to be up there. And you got a delayed Halo game with day one guns possibly coming out. We still don't know when. Delayed a whole year. And a whole showcase that they shown in July of a bunch of fodder, a bunch of stuff, just videos. They weren't even gameplay. It was nothing. And we know nothing about it. And then the looming thing of Game Pass effect on all this shit. And is Game Pass the reason why there's no urgency? I don't know. But all I can tell you is that Sony was in the dumps. Maybe not as low as Microsoft, but Sony was in the dumps, and that was mockery.
They fell from grace because the PS2 was a system. They fell from grace, but they climbed and clawed their way back. And I think that Microsoft had an attitude when they went into the generation with the Xbox One and PS4. It's like, we got this because we did so well with the 360, and they got stomped on.
Yeah, and they lost tons of mindshare, Frog.
Yeah, they got stomped. And they've never gotten that back, and I don't think they'll get that back. I think that it's hard to pull that back from place, and they're losing more of it to Nintendo. You know, look at what the Switch is doing. As bad as people will talk about the Switch is outselling, the original Xbox One, and we know to outsell, the freaking Xbox, the Series systems. But I mean, it's probably right now outsold the Xbox One. It probably has. And that's sad that, when I look at that game and that system, I'm like, wow, man, how did you let this console catch up to you? I mean, it came out and people didn't know, and it did really well. And it's kind of, and I kind of consider a handheld console still, but the simple fact of the matter is, like, you should have been able to at least compete. Like, you came out and it's like you wanted to compete, and you came out with all this bad messaging, and it's like, from the time the Xbox One came out and until this generation, your messaging is bad. It's just bad.
Yep, and that's it goes right to the Halo shit, man. And it's unfortunate, but I love that. That's that memory lane. It's been, holy crap, it's been 3 hours. So, like, guys, I will put the timestamps on this. Please share and like out the video. We could be going on this thing. We'll save this for another show. But hopefully, the thing is that I really wanted as a 6-month thing to kind of go through what was shown, what was presented in June and July for the next gen consoles, and sitting here 6 months later into this generation, and just not even saying what we played and how much of the Sony one, but just how much we still don't know. And E3 coming down, we will do a show with E3 predictions and things like that. And dude, we will do that, and we'll have fun. We'll probably go through that video again on what we think we're going to see gameplay. But I expect to see tons of gameplay and release dates for everything. So, that's my expectation. But we'll get into that at another time. But I want to thank everybody here. Frogs, thanks for coming on. I know I was. Thanks for coming on when you did. Glad to have that.
I'm sorry I'm late. Like I said,
no
but
problem, man.
Yeah, family had to do some family things. But
No
yeah.
problem. The Grindhouse is always open. And shout out to everybody there. Yo, we'll definitely who's wanted to get? I got to get him on New Orleans, the Gaming New Orleans. We got to get you on here. I'll get him on here. I couldn't find the link for that one. And then, shout out to Persona, Jemiah, Pug, Sergeant. Thank you, everybody. Damasi, Glinza. Shout out Skills. How you doing? Glad everybody came out here. Salties came by. Sick Humor came by. Everybody stopping into the Grindhouse, seeing what's up. And thank you for over 70 people. And exactly. If you're new here, I didn't even talk about it. Hit that subscribe button. I'm at 709, just about 789 subscribers. Let's try to hit that 800 and build this Grindhouse up. But I want to thank everybody. I like to just show exactly what's on the internet again and give my opinion on it. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is not talking out the ass. This is showing exactly what we see in the quotes that we see. And maybe I'll bring more of the game show back. What year did Phil say this? There's tons. But Frog, thank you again. Tell everybody where they can find you for your outro.
You guys can find me, at Frog's Dreams on Twitter. Check out when I do content at WYFB Crew 2, WYFB2 Crews, and we try to play Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and it's me, my wife, and one of my friends. We try to just find games that are pretty much either competitive in nature and we can either be competitive or just playing through a game with each other. And we just try to have fun. So yeah, check our channel out. I hope you guys subscribe to our channel.
Great.
Like I said, it's
Yes, head over there and do
WYFB Crew. That's our channel. We have some pretty interesting content on there. We're just, like I said, we're just starting out. We're trying to grow. I always send something to Twitter whenever we start streaming, or if I'm streaming by myself, or if anybody else is streaming by themselves. We always send something out to Twitter. But yeah, definitely check us out.
Great. Yes, do that, everybody, and hit that like button too on your way out, and share it out. I will be putting timestamps onto this epic show, but it was definitely an epic show with a lot of data and things like that, and a lot of information and talking. So, yes, I want to thank everybody again for an awesome time. Hit that like button, share it out, follow Frogs, go subscribe to his channel, and until then. Good night, Grinders. Grindhouse is closed for another day. See you later. Thanks again.
Peace.